Welcome to the GRG podcast, where you get all the latest gaming news, hot topics, and more. With guest Triple Cup Chuck, Livewires Gaming, 108 Dragons TV, Bloody Knuckles, Operations Op, 100, live, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now.
There it is.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? We are doing it live. Finally, we are doing it live, man. Trying to get stuff put together here, put together there. YouTube wants you to do something from a certain angle. Other places want you to go somewhere else. But you know what? This is progress. Because we remember last week, for the people who was in here last week, and for the people who didn't miss that, it's not going to ever be talked about ever. That's kind of like Fight Club. You don't talk about last week's episode. Just don't. It was horrible. I think somebody said it was the bird cage. I don't know. It was crazy. I tried to do it off of my old laptop, and it didn't turn out too well. But regardless of that, we're here, and I could just think about if this was like, let's say about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I would have been lost. I almost had to pull out and say 100. I have to submit. Let's do it on your channel. But I thought quick and fast, and here we go. So, without further ado, man, the GRG podcast is doing it live. Let's go. And right now, man, let's go ahead and go to the bums, man. We got a lot to talk about. Well, we don't have a lot of topics, but I think we have a lot of things to address tonight. We got to catch up for last week, and man, we might as well get started with it. So let me go ahead and get to the bums. He's been here before, but he's still a guest. Glad for him to come on since Bloody couldn't come on. He had to go take care of business. I think he said he had to dye his hair and toenails. So regardless of that, he got to keep it matching. He got to keep his shit on fleek. So shout out to Bloody. Hope everything is all good. And what's up with you, Pratt? What's going on, man? Thank you for coming on, brother.
Oh, man, anytime, man. I'm always happy to be on the show when I'm up and awake and I can stay awake. So I do have to leave in about an hour to pick up my kiddo from work, but I will hop back on as soon as I get back in.
All right, cool. Excellent. Really appreciate that. All right. Now, we moving on to the next bump. What's going on with you, 100? What's happening? Man, you was almost my safety valve, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, man, I'm in here chilling, man, watching these Lakers and stuff and like that, just chilling out, man, trying to, just relax, man, have a drink and, just talk about some gaming, man, I ain't gonna lie if I'm gonna go left or not. That's my,
what?
That's my
free reign.
Tonight is free reign.
Tonight is free reign.
So I might go left. I might go hit somebody with some punches. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna be cordial. But
I know what I'm gonna do.
Woo, free reign.
We didn't ask you.
Free reign Friday. We might have to have
so
one
we're gonna have
fun
fun tonight. Let's go.
All
and
right.
Let's chill out.
Cool. All right. And then we move on to the youngin' of the group. You know what I'm saying, man? The lawyer, aka Operations Op. What's up with you, bro?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Glad to be here. It's kind of good to be back here after missing last week, but it's gonna be a crazy night. But that's all I can say.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. I wouldn't say it'd be crazy. I think it's gonna be fun.
Nah, Lem's gonna make it crazy, no doubt.
Yeah, well, I mean, Live isn't here right now, so if you guys want to summon the Dolphins and get our Donald Trump in here, I mean, he's got a lot of things going on his plate right now, especially after the impeachment hearings. But other than that, he might be coming up in here and might be one to release some stress from his day job. So regardless of that, you probably have to you got to put Lil Ivanka to bed, and he'll probably be in here a little bit late because I don't see Live unless he's really busy. Not wanting to miss this show because I think this gives him, it's like I said, free reign Friday. So, all right, cool. And last but not least, man, my main man, 108 Dragons TV, gonna call me while I'm in the middle of playing Tekken on the Xcloud. What's going on with you, bro?
Life is good. I'm ready to be toxic.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's how we here tonight.
We said free reign, but we ain't talking about what?
We're gonna be toxic. You are not gonna like what I show y'all, but it's gonna be facts.
I don't think toxic and facts is in the same.
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna be toxic because they're gonna think I'm starting trouble. But I ain't gonna start no trouble. I'm just gonna promote the facts. And when you promote the facts, it's hard to be truthful. Because I don't do clickbait. We don't do lies here. We just tell you the truth. You like it or not.
All right, cool.
Take that cod liver oil like your grandmother make you too when you child. It wasn't tasty, but it was good for you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're doing. And big shout out to Thomas Franks. He was saying, what's going on? He says, GRG family was good. Bring the heat, my brothers. Indeed, we will. Like I said, I think tonight is going to be one of those nights. Matter of fact, I know it's going to be one of those nights. But regardless of that, let's get on to it, man. Start off talking about a little bit about EXO event last week. Just briefly, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and then we can move on from there. Because I know people wanted to hear what we thought that was really cool on EXO and things like that last week. So, Brad, I'm finna go to you first. What was the things that you enjoyed? What was it that you didn't?
I actually thought EXO was a decent show for what they showed. I wasn't really, honestly, to be honest with you, I was not impressed with the games they showed. They're not really my style of games. But it did offer a lot to everybody out there that enjoyed it. Like there's a plethora of shit out there. But the only game that really appealed to me was that one shooter, the one from Korea. I can't remember the one. You know me, I'm a shooter guy. I can't remember the name of it.
Crossfire X.
Crossfire X, yeah. And like the other games, like there's something I'd like just dabble with, but didn't seem like anything that I was just like I have to get that game. But I mean, it did what it's supposed to do, and it was a lot better than PSX, I thought. For what I saw, the games that I saw, the announcements and stuff that they had out there, were like, again, they were a decent offering to people who like those type of games. But a lot of that stuff just didn't appeal to me as a gamer. But I'll try them out. They'll be in Game Pass, and I think this whole show was just a Game Pass centric show. That's what it seemed like to me. Like they're really promoting Game Pass and the stuff that they're putting in there. So I mean, like I think that the whole Xcloud thing was huge with them bringing like Madden and stuff like that over to it. I've tried it out myself. I played Madden on Xcloud recently, and it works. I mean, I did it at home though, but I haven't done it out in the go yet. But I mean, it seemed like a huge Xcloud / Game Pass centric show. And I mean, it's XO 19. I wasn't expecting a lot of huge announcements coming from this, so I got out of it what I wanted. So.
All right, cool, nice. All right, what about you, 100? Briefly, what did you like about EXO? What was it that you didn't? Okay, that's real brief.
I'm here. I just muted myself. I mute myself when I'm on the phone. Watching the game. What I like about EXO is I give EXO, if I got a skill, it's an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot of people go in here with these high ass expectations, and it shocked me. You know what I'm saying? It shocked me with the Game Pass things. Look at all the games. Everybody said they want these Japanese games. You better play them, because that's what you asked for. Back. You got the Final Fantasies, you got the Yakuzas, you got all these games. So I want to know if you're going to sit there, I want to see how many achievements y'all going to get them, see y'all achievement scores going to go up. Because you said this is what you guys wanted. Phil came out and gave it to you. The Xcloud thing, oh man, I've been bothered, man. I've been messing with Xcloud like a motherfucker. I've been turned into a little troller lately because I just want to troll. Because you ain't got this what I got on my phone. But it's the games. Everybody knows. I'm so tired. I don't know if this is a topic because I don't look at the topics. But people talking about, well, wasn't no AAA game shown. What is a AAA? I had a person told me, AAA can just be by budget. To tell you the truth, it don't have to be, because Mario ain't no damn AAA game. I mean, if you look at the shell shaping, you talking about graphics. So you know what I'm saying? I like what they were doing. And you know what? PlayStation came out with nothing in 2 damn years. And y'all call me a bot.
In 2 years, God of War, Spider-Man, and Detroit.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about like a fan show. And then the last fan show, like PDX or whatever that shit called. The last one they had, they sat on the couch and had people spend an extra $100 or $200 to sit there and have them reminiscing on the couch.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
I remember this. And hold on, let me just give a big shout out to Sir X Man. I got to give a big shout out to Sir X Man. For one, first, what he says. He says, "What up, GRG at work? Just listening tonight. Cool. Thank you for checking us out, man. Listening. But big shout out to you, brother. You know, he hits me up. I'm playing Star Wars, and then I go to bed. I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's this? And Sir X Man, he gets me. He hooks me up with a game, and he says, man, you got to give this game a try, which is No Man's Sky, because I've made it clear that I was not going to play that game. I was not going to buy it. I didn't say I was going to ever play it. If I said I'll only play it if it's free, and so pretty much it's free. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate
how
it.
that works. I'm not buying Cyberpunk. Unless somebody gives it to me.
Well, you know,
That's great.
Never mind. Let me not start early. I'll relax.
Okay. So go ahead, 100. Go ahead and finish, man. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, but I'm telling the public, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm over here like, you gotta think about it. This is like a show to show their showcase off. You know, did Sony came out said they're gonna try to do more indies or something like that, and do more of this and do more of that? You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is showing this. And then the thing about it is they're going to different locations around the world. It ain't for us. We already been to E3 and spend our money. I wasn't expecting. I'm like, okay, look at the presentation and all that other stuff. But people go in there, oh, they're gonna talk it about, oh, no, you're not gonna hear about no Project Scarlet. That's not the time and the place. Oh, and then you get trolled. You gotta wait to E3. You know what? What are you waiting for? God of War is gone. It ain't walking through that door. Days gone, been gone. Ain't nobody talking about it no more. But
I'm going to talk about it tonight.
Don't give Microsoft credit. Give them credit.
Oh, I'm going to talk
They said
about
they
it
had a
tonight.
good show. They said they had a damn good show, and you know what? It wasn't for thing about it. It was for Xbox gamers. Look at all them got people that was having. Oh, they paid them off. They gave them some free gifts. Man, I heard it. I hear it all. But I'm like, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Because Sony didn't do that at PlayStation Experience. They don't even let you play half of them damn games. They just showcasing them. But you know what? I love what Microsoft did. Shout out. I saw my girl Shannon Loftus, you know what I'm saying, and everything, you know what I'm saying. Still got them big ass thighs, you know what I'm saying. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying. They was like, damn, honey, it's crazy. You ain't saw it in real life. I saw it in real life before. So no, but it's just weird, man. I'm tired of this. You know why I just can't give. I put it this way. If my Lakers lose to OKC, I can say, hey, they beat us. My man Rondo just got kicked out the game.
Oh, him and Schroeder.
If OKC beat us, I'm all right with it. Because I can accept defeat. It's accept defeat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. 108. What'd you think about the XO event?
Good.
What was good to bad?
XO event, that was their best event. The announcements of the services was fantastic. Hearing that Xcloud would be part of your Game Pass Ultimate was a great thing, because now we know you would have to have the Game Pass to have it. You know what I'm saying? We always wondering, was it a separate service? Adding the multitude of games that they did that day was excellent. They did show new games from studios, but if anybody paid attention to what they said, they took a small group out the big studios to make these games. So the rest of them is working on bigger titles. So it's not like the whole team is focused on those smaller games. You know, the people like those survival games, they team up. Obviously, there's like 7 million people playing State of Decay, which doesn't matter, obviously, because who plays a game like State of Decay or Sea of Thieves? But you know, I ain't gonna get into that. But I saw a lot of good games. I saw a lot of support for the devs out there, and had a little bit of games for everybody. And it was the best show they ever had. They got right to the point, and you know, Philosaurus Rex handled his business out there. You know what I'm saying?
Philosaurus
Rex. You heard this first. Philosaurus Rex. They handled their business. You know what I'm saying? And it's not supposed to be a show with great unveils, because if you look for even with Nintendo, they really live for that, because they don't do big reveals at E3. They don't have one big event. So when you see their Nintendo Directs, that's where they do their big announcements. PlayStation, the same thing. There's never been none of those PlayStation events that they dropped a bombshell on you, show you the PlayStation 5 controller. They're not going to do that. They're going to wait to the big stage. They're going to wait for E3, which matters, obviously, because they're returning. You know what I'm saying? But that was a solid show. And for me, it's the best show I've seen. I enjoyed it, because I was not high on most of those inside Xbox and XO. But this one was really good, and it was very informative, and it wasn't too much talking. It got to the point, and they handled their business. Because usually I'd be yawning, I'd go up, get something to drink, I use the bathroom. I didn't want to miss nothing. So, in that point, it was the best.
Mega, you back?
Hey, Mega.
All right. No, I'm here. I'm here. I've had another situation just pop up out of nowhere, but that's okay. I was over here scrambling. But anyway, all right. All right, so cool. What did you think? I knew it. I knew. Somebody must have summoned the Dolphins, because we knew that our Donald Trump was going to be coming up in here. But what did you think about XO? What was the good and what was the bad? Oh, they can't hear op. Okay. No. Yeah, it's not. It's on my end. I got it. Hold on. All right, hold on. Yeah, my headsets died, like, just right then and there. I've got the wired in right now, so hold on. Let's see.
Better now, or still the same?
There you go.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah, everybody can hear. Okay, all right.
Okay, so what was the last thing they heard me say?
I don't know. Maybe you need to start over.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. We good, people.
All
We
right,
good.
So XO was a pretty good show for me as well. I kept expectations in check. I wasn't expecting nothing grandiose from them, but overall Game Pass was the highlight of the show. Like I said earlier, getting the Yakuza and Final Fantasy games in there is such a great thing to see, because we've had XOs for so long, and hopefully this means in the future that we'll get them day and date once they release, but we have to wait and see. As for a negative, at first it was grounded from Obsidian, because at first when they show up the game, I was like, oh, like, what is this like kiddie shit, and they showed it off. But then as I read more interviews, I found out more about the game. Like, okay, this might be cool, but I have to see more from the gameplay mechanics, because like what they say is they're trying to be different in like the survival RPG game in that vein, which is cool and all. But they want to go with like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids, like, I guess, vibe to the game as well. So it's definitely different, but like I didn't see gameplay going forward if I'm really gonna get invested in it. But other than that, another highlight was Rare's new IP. I forgot what it was called. Ever something. It was Ever. I can't remember what it was called. I'm not gonna call it Everglades, because that's not the right name. But
it looked awesome, though. It looked awesome.
Yeah, it looked great.
It looked like
it was
real
dope.
Final Fantasy type RPG. Yo, that looked dope. I don't know if that's the kind of
It
game.
might be action a little bit, but as far as the art style, that's probably one of the most gorgeous games I've seen this gen. One of the most gorgeous games I've seen this gen so far. Everwild, that's right. So yeah,
Everwild, yeah.
I wish they showed gameplay, but like they said, it's in like pre-production right now, so we're not gonna see that for a good while. We might not even see it next E3, because they at this point. So yeah,
They
may probably see that game.
cutscenes.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
So
I'll take
I
that.
can't hype it up that much. Other than that, I can't think of any other big highlights. Overall, just a really great show. But
Well,
I
you
think
said them.
yeah, pretty much. Like from what they showed, this is what people should expect from the shows going forward. I guess like a good mixture of like big and small announcements. And if you're one of those people, like those borderline senile gamers who hate the advancement technology, who like really hate Game Pass, I'm sorry, but like it's not going away anytime soon. So if you like one of sticklers, you hate like the idea of Game Pass being a thing, you might as well quit right now because they're not going to slow down with the hype, hype and build up for this service because they're going to keep adding more and more to it. It's going to keep growing at this point. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about it.
Okay, all right, cool. Live, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead briefly, man. Before we get really deep into these topics, I had them, and then of course I had to jump around, and so I have to re-put them in here again. But what was your thoughts about the XO event? What was the good? What was the bad?
I thought overall it was good. I got to see a lot of the games I was interested in, as far as the Artful Escape. Obviously, Bleeding Edge is more. I'm in the beta or alpha, whatever they call it. But I don't really get a chance to play it, unfortunately. Like the times that they're playing, I'm like dealing with my daughter, so I can't even play it right now. They haven't stretched out that period of time where you can really play. So I'll have to wait on that. What else did they show? Everett Wilds looks interesting. It looks like it's going to be like a really big open world Zelda type game. That's what I'm thinking from it. Maybe not Zelda exactly, but I'm thinking it's going to be an RPG. I just looking at it, I don't see it just being like some kind of open world, but linear story wise. I think it's going to be like some RPG like heavy elements in it. So that looks intriguing. And then the flight simulator and all the other stuff that they showed from E3, but just not so much in the show itself, but like they had like deep dives like surrounding the show, like no different than what they do in E3. And that's the thing I like about the shows. Like most of the time, to be honest, E3 is cool, but it's the after shows that are what I really watch. I mean, I think that most gamers actually watch that stuff more than they actually watch the conference. The conference is cool, and it kind of gives you a trailer or a synopsis of what you're going to be watching or what you might be interested in looking more deeply into. But to me, the after show around on Mixer, that was cool. They gotta fix their shit though. That shit went down on me, man. I was mad as fuck.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, we was doing it on bot stream, and it went down a couple of times. Yeah, that's the truth.
Can't let that happen during E3. I jumped off and went onto YouTube. I said, man, fuck this shit. This shit is fucking up right now. But overall, man, it was good. Hey, man, it was shit. We had XO. I got my Elite controller in the same time, and Star Wars Fallen Jedi. I mean, I can't be mad. I mean, and I even beat Death Stranding. Man, that was... I'll get into that later. But, yeah, so...
Yes, we will get into that later.
Yeah, but no, XO was good, man. XO was good. Was it great? Could they added something extra? That's a good question. I mean, this is my thing. The perfect game to show or tease at XO, in general, I would say in general, would be a mid-tier double A game, or like a Hellblade type game, something like that. I don't think you will pull out your big guns for XO, especially when you need it for E3. Now in the future, moving forward, after the new consoles are revealed and blah blah blah, maybe that'll change. But right now, you're starting off with a brand new game. You don't just go out there and just show your hand You just don't do that. It's not smart. Like Sony might have everything, or he might have nothing. You have no idea. If a Microsoft, they got to keep their stuff close to the chest. I mean, people. I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, they should just show everything," but it's like now you're just speaking emotionally. You know, it sounds like a good idea, but then you got to realize like everything is about what have you done for me lately. Microsoft could show out and show all these amazing trailers, and they all look same quality, if not higher than what PlayStation's showing, and everybody be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! See, they finally doing it." And then PlayStation shows something new, and then nobody's gonna care anymore because it's new. That's how people are in general. Like whatever's the new thing, that's what they're gonna talk about. They always talk about the new hotness. So you can't just show shit, even if it's amazing. You don't show it, right now. Because think about it. What was the most amazing thing that came out E3 a couple of years ago? Cyberpunk 2077, right?
Yeah.
But once they started talking about The Last of Us after that, everybody cared about The Last of Us more than Cyberpunk. It's not because The Last of Us is better, it's because it's something new that's being talked about. Like you can't just like show your hand like that. Like that doesn't make any sense for Microsoft. I mean, that's why I always get frustrated when I hear people, talk so emotionally. Like, no, they got to do this now. And I'm like, no, bitch, it's a strategy. Like, do you not pay steps? You just over there playing Connect 4 goddamn day. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know.
All right, cool. All right, so that's in a nutshell. Myself, very quickly. I love the Game Pass stuff. I really am surprised. I can't say surprised. I'm impressed of how even through the from what you see from a lot of people about Game Pass, this is cheap, it's welfare, all that other stuff, that Xbox is sticking close to the chest, doing what they promised of bringing content and delivering games that nobody else could give through a service. Nobody can do this. Nobody has. I mean, they could, but nobody hasn't been able to achieve it like this. And I'm really excited. And it was one thing that 100 said at the very beginning. You asked for these Japanese games. Now show and prove. Show and prove. You've asked for them. People bitched about them. They've complained about them. They're like, oh, Xbox don't care about the gamers, the Japanese games. Phil Spencer went out there. What was the name? Did you call him? 108.
Phyllis Thomas Rex, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, yes. And
repeat it. Don't repeat it.
I'm not. Let me be country. But
Phyllosaurus Rex. Let's go.
Okay. Because you messed up. I was like, that didn't sound like what you said the first time.
I had ice in my mouth.
Oh,
I didn't want to spit on my computer.
Right. Let you be country.
Laptop is expensive.
Can we go with Philzilla?
I like that. See, there we go.
You're not going to change anything on my narrative. You do that on your channel.
Look, if Phil didn't like Killer Phil, that would just stick. But
just call him Philonitis.
Oh, okay. All right.
That sounds like a disease.
All right. Yeah, that does. Sound like eye herpes. Anyway, so regardless, like, show and prove, man. All the Kingdom Hearts, all the Final Fantasies. We know that we're going to get Final Fantasy VII Remake, Yakuza. Pretty much, we're going to get the other Yakuza or the spinoff to Yakuza that's on PlayStation right now and on PC. Like, this is the beginning. Now, if we could, I think it's kind of like the test of like if all these people are going to start trying to play these games or to start playing them and showing them off and showing excitement behind them, then that's when we can start getting those Dragon Quests and the Personas and all these other games that some of the people out there and fighters too. Like, I'm really hoping that we can get Guilty Gear at some point in time. But regardless of that, I said I was going to be quick about it. So let's get on to the other stuff. Let's talk about this little. It's really just a hearsay, but it started people to wig out. Matter of fact, I had a falling out earlier tonight.
With a sucker.
I ain't going that far, but I'm just saying.
I am.
But the fact of it is like
I'm playing.
I'm not understanding how people can read an article that is not an actual fact. It's just an article that just brings out, some speculation, some thought, and people run with it when they don't even want to look at the facts or just think objectively. They just want to just say, no, this is it, this is bad, this is not good. And then what I'm talking about is this Xcloud exclusive stuff. There was an article that came out saying that Xbox is looking into potentially doing, and you got to look at the words, the font potentially. That doesn't mean that's a fact, but they're saying potentially thinking about putting exclusives on Xcloud. Before I get into more of my thoughts on it, I'm going to go to you, what is your thoughts about this? Now, would this leave you feeling some kind of way if they would ever consider putting exclusives on the xCloud? And would you think that it would be bigger titles, smaller titles? Where would you be on that?
This is a weird situation in general because, like, if they want to go this route, it's incredibly hypocritical with their stance on letting people play their games anywhere. But if you have exclusives on your streaming service and people might not have access or choose not to, at the point you kind of don't, you cannot allow them to play their games anywhere. But other than that, like, as far as what games they might have on there, if they have like some dog shit games on there, I honestly wouldn't care. But if they get bigger games exclusively on xCloud, I don't see the point. Like, what's the benefit of that? Like, yes, it's streaming service, more people have the potential to have access to it. But at the same time, if you can get something exclusive on your xCloud, which is compatible and should work with the consoles as well, but not compatible, but like it's built off the tech for your consoles, why not bring exclusive over to your consoles as well and PC as well? Like, it wouldn't make sense to have it exclusively on there than not on the Xbox One or X or Scar going forward, whatever. So I don't know. This rumor just sounds dumb to me, and if it is true, this would be incredibly dumb for Microsoft as well, because you're really just not doing yourself any favors at this point from a PR perspective, and I guess with your player base as well. Because like at this point right now, they have like PC exclusive, which I believe are Age of Empires and Gears Tactics, because they have not been announced for Xbox yet, if I remember correctly. Yes, there's an option to use a keyboard and mouse, but then again, having that option on a console, yes, it's there, but at the same time, not many people will use it or are going to be aware of it as well. So, and plus, it's not a barrier to entry for people to play a game, so it doesn't really help them in that vein. So if they have that, and on top of that, have exclusive for the streaming platform, it's really not going to be a good look for them. Personally, in my opinion, will it bother me that much? Not really, but like looking outside my own opinion, my own preferences, it's probably going to be a shit show for them.
Okay, and when you say a shit show, what do you think? Like who would cause the shit show? What would be the thing that would, like how you would perceive it? Like, since if this was to come true.
Oh, it'll be from everybody pretty much, from their own fans, the media, PlayStation people. Like, they'll get it from everybody at this point. Like, anybody who ever wanted or has had a piece of them will not hesitate to dogpile on them at this point.
Okay. All right, cool. What about you, 100? What is your thoughts about this, man? Would this be a problem? Would you be in that category of people that's saying that Xbox betrayed you and that it's time to go in because they would potentially
betrayed you?
Yeah. That's what I was told tonight. Betrayed. Anyway, go ahead. What do you think, 100? Is this even a conversation, a non-starter? I got you.
Muted. No, he's muted.
Yeah, I know he's muted, but I was listening, so I don't know if the game has gotten close or not. I can't tell. So
it's close.
Is it close? Good job, Thunder, to come back. Good job for the comeback. Anyway, so all right, Fred. What about you, man? Would be something that would be an issue for you?
Not really. I'm thinking like the type of games that they would put in there probably wouldn't even appeal to me in the first place, to be honest with you. So, I mean, like when what was it, like Gears? Was it Gears Pop or one of the other Gears? They were talking about making like a
Gears Tactics,
and there were people up in the arms about it. And I mean, like, obviously we want games on our console, but they have to appeal to everything they're trying to do at some point. You know, like they're trying to put games everywhere. They got to make certain games for those other everywhere customers as well. So I think if it's like a blockbuster AAA hit that comes out only on, you know, a streaming service, I'd be fucking pissed about it, because we haven't really gotten the plethora of games we want on our console. We paid $500 for. But if it's something like Gears Tactics or like a little Gears Pop type game or like a Forza kart game or something like that, and they launched it there first, I wouldn't be upset about it because I know eventually at some point in time they will probably transition it over to the consoles anyway. But and again, it's like if you have an Xbox, you have a controller, you have a phone or a PC, you can stream that shit anyway because you have Xbox Live and everything comes together anyway. So like, I really wouldn't care. To be honest with you, I really wouldn't give a shit. But if it's a bigger game, yeah, I'd be kind of pissed off a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, matter of fact, hey, NYT Music, man, thank you so much, man. He's he joined the GRG family, man, by doing that. Man, look at that. He got the little GRG symbol right there, man. Don't be afraid. If you want to be a member, want to support, man, go ahead and do that, man. Definitely appreciate it. See my man FC in the building. I seen Crispy that was in here earlier. Of course, my boy Rain. I'm saying Elites up in here. I saw Delilah in here earlier. Man, and everybody else, Streets, Christopher, yeah, what's going on, everybody, man? Appreciate it. Kunastina, that's what I'm saying. That's what's going on. So, but yeah, man, appreciate that. Definitely do. And then also, big shout out to Sir X-Man again. I'm almost feeling like X-Bot. Thank you. He said I'm in love with the tattooed thick blonde from EXO, bruh. Let me say this: if you're thinking about the same one that was on the. Oh yeah, from XO. Well, no, you talking about the streamer chick. Yeah, I saw people talking about her. I thought you were talking about the other one that used to be on there with Ricari. They showed a picture with her without no makeup. She looks a hell of a lot better without any makeup when she was on the plane. I was like, man,
Can we get back to subject?
Look, hey man, hey man, Sir X man, he sit there and he supported the chat, man. Don't do that. That's a point. That's a point. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's a point. I got to do that. Anyway. All right, we back onto it. But anyway, so 100 is still gone. But anyway, Fred, go ahead and finish, man.
No, I was done.
All right, cool. What about you, 108? What is your thoughts about this whole situation? Or did you forget?
I did.
Oh my God. Okay.
Say it again, man.
No, I was getting talked to. What's going on?
Okay, well, I'm going to 108, then I'll come back to you, 100. It was about the whole exclude this.
Oh no! I agree with Op. I'm sorry. I agree with Op. I'm over here editing. Okay. I agree with Op.
Cool.
But it's stupid. It defeats the purpose. It doesn't make sense. And Xcloud is supposed to be an extension of your console, your current games. Putting exclusives on it would be stupid. Who are they trying to draw in? Other Xbox players? I mean, come on. It doesn't make sense. You would definitely be biting a bullet right there. I agree with that. % on point with that.
All right, cool. All right, what about you?
I wouldn't even.
Oh, no, I thought you was done. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't even buy into that. And I was like, man, I ain't doing that. Whatever. And I'm buying into it. And if you did that, I'm like, this is stupid. That separates what your whole vision from the beginning was.
Right.
So like. And then people shouldn't be so sensitive to a rumor and people's opinions.
True.
Because that's what we all got here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Well, I mean I think that's one of the biggest problems that's going on. Is like, look, it's just like with, we don't talk about it every week about, oh well, PlayStation. There's an article that's saying PlayStation is going to outshine the Scarlet. Then the next week we see the Scarlet's going to outshine the PlayStation 5. These people don't know. This is all speculation. If you notice it, every week they got some article talking about one or the other is going to do this to keep the conversation going because they might not have a good talking piece to talk about, and then that's what the gaming community likes to talk about. That's just exhausting to talk about an article that just flips flops every damn week. That just don't make any sense.
That's all it is.
Clickbait.
Just clickbait. Nobody knows nothing.
Yeah, so that's why we don't really go into it. And the fact that all these articles mostly are being just speculate. Just like a lot of us, like we'll give our opinions on something and then we'll get hate mail or some kind of crazy tweet or something.
Or disrespecting your private chat.
One or the other. I mean, I'm just saying, like, what the hell is going on? Like, look, respect my opinion, I respect yours. I don't have no problem of anybody not agreeing with me, but damn, don't try to force it down my throat that I'm wrong or I got to be a fanboy because I don't care, because mostly everybody on this panel so far said that they don't care. I'm still waiting for that one person to say, yeah, this shit's gonna bother me. And I would thought that would be Pred out of anybody, because Pred is probably he's very technical about how he feels about about Xbox, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, if he don't care, why the hell would anybody else care?
I look at it like this way: like, I got everything, right?
Thank
I mean,
you.
I can play that same game that I probably wouldn't play anyway. But if I have the option to play it on I'm in this streaming service right now. I'm playing Halo 5 right now on this shit. So like, if you have an Xbox, you technically have that game anyway. All you need is a phone and controller. You know, all the shit carries
or
over.
tablet.
Or tablet, yeah, or anything. Like, you have that game. Like, if I have to pay for it, that's a different story. But if it's like in Game Pass, which it most likely will be, because it's an exclusive game, then you got it. You paying for all that shit already. That's what you're paying money for right now. So who cares?
No, I totally agree. What about you, 100? You back in? You listening now?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, what's your thoughts about the whole potential from this article saying that? Yeah.
These people, that's why I don't listen. That's why I tell people everything you read, don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Probably what was from PlayStation style. I love the world. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know where I gotta look at it
PlayStation
again,
make it a
'cause I
better
posted
place.
in there.
I don't even give a damn what Forbes say. To tell you the truth, Forbes, I go for financial. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to buy stocks. I don't go there for video games. So, people got to quit reading that stuff.
No, they got to quit believing it. They're always going to read.
Thing about it is, gamers need to, you know what, I'm going to keep it a buck. We need to settle down. Settle down. Rewind. We need to settle down. Rewind. Go play some games. Y'all love to talk about them, but y'all still ain't playing. I see more motherfuckers on motherfucking Twitter, keyboard warrior than anything, and saying playing games. I've been to work 12 hours and saw the same person that's going back and forth with 25 different people.
It's from GameRadar.com. I mean, they
Game Radar ain't got no.
But they
don't got no credibility. They going off the top of
they can be subject too.
But this is
suspect.
potential.
But thing about it is, people got to quit running with these articles. They don't know.
Yeah, and see the words. You have to look at the words because they put it in quotations. Xbox says it's in early talks.
If Microsoft
to
decide
make
to put
exclusive games
if
for
Microsoft decide to put indie as a stream in there, I don't care. We're talking about you ain't gonna get a blockbuster title, and come on, Phil ain't dumb.
No.
What y'all call Phil the Philorex? Philosaurus Rex.
Philosaurus Rex.
They not dumb.
Phil,
Come on.
yeah.
If you decided to put a idea Xbox game exclusively in game streaming because that developer wanted to try it or to accept it, it needs to be accepted. And you know what? If they decide to do it, so what? It's not messing up my experience. I got Ultimate Game Pass. I don't care. I got everything. Know what I'm saying? I got it all. Know what I'm saying? So I'm not worrying about that stuff. Like I said, we worry about things we shouldn't be worrying about. What's worrying about what you gonna do for Thanksgiving? What you gonna do for your kids for Christmas? You worrying about exclusive games on Game Pass? I mean on Xcloud? Come on Xcloud? I ain't worrying about, man. And I've been in Xcloud since day one.
Day one. No emails, no nothing. I'm mad.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't got no email yet?
No, I'm in it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that's why you
But,
probably called my
you know,
ass when you probably knew I was on it.
I'm a hater. I want to see lag.
Hey, you starting early. Idiot.
But people gotta calm down, man. That's why I say gamers in general need to bring down their expectations on everything.
We got a Twitter finger dude in here. Christopher Hart got more tweets in his room than anybody. Give your keyboard a break, my brother. It's gonna burn out.
Man,
God damn.
let that man work, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, you
man.
about to get this work though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Save it for
You gonna get this work tonight.
It's about to get here. Yeah,
Better put on that medicine helmet. Don't bust your head till you go blind.
But I gotta go.
I see you in these streets.
But I got to go to live and get his thoughts about this, man. I mean, is this something that's a problem that could be a potential problem coming down the line if this is true, which I don't think it is or it could be, but go ahead.
I'll look at it this way. I don't see them really making it exclusive. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see it that way. Maybe they'll say something similar to you only can stream it on Xbox as an exclusive, like you can't stream it on PlayStation. I'd say like Minecraft. Minecraft is only exclusive for streaming on Xcloud. So you can't stream it on PlayStation Now, even though it's on the Sony platform, and you can't stream it on Stadia, and you can't stream it on whatchamacallit. Maybe they'll do something like that. Maybe. Or what they could say is, as far as an exclusive, you can play it exclusively through Xcloud for a month or maybe a couple, 10 days before the release of the official game everywhere else. Maybe that's the case. But other than that, I just can't see it. It doesn't make sense to make exclusive games for that unless the game, for whatever reasons, it still don't make no sense. It doesn't make, because even if Xcloud that doesn't mean you wouldn't be on console, and even with the Scarlet and moving forward, those are all going to be Xcloud compatible. So I don't really see the point of saying it exclusive. They might just mean exclusive to their service. Anything other than that, I just don't.
You don't see it?
I don't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is my thing, right? Because like I said, had a falling out with somebody about it, and the issue was basically the whole doom and gloom scenario, which I don't play into that. That's just not me. Like, are things bad for Xbox this generation? Absolutely. But was everything bad for Xbox? Absolutely not. And when you look at it from a Nintendo standpoint to PlayStation standpoint, it's not been all roses and peaches either. And especially for, like, I remember having long discussions talking about, like, Nintendo Switch was already dead in the water when it first launched. You know what I'm saying? When they start showing the cardboard boxes, people was already ready to see Reggie on an obituary. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's over, son. It's done. And look what Nintendo was doing right now. You know what I'm saying? We'll get talking about PlayStation here a little bit later, but it isn't all high in the sky. What's going on here? What's going on? You got your.
I got a quick. I had to stop in for my 5 minutes because I had some downtime while I'm out, right?
Oh, okay.
So I had a different opinion compared to everyone else in this.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right. So first thing, I was like, I want to just say real quickly, the EXO announcements, specifically the Japanese announcement, had me hyped. Everyone saw how quickly I freaked the hell out because I'm going to be one of the people pushing all that.
Everything Japanese
right?
freaks you out.
Yes. Hey, look, the Yakuza announcement is the one that got me the most. The Yakuza announcement is the one that sold me and got me hyped because I called that. Buddy. No, yeah, but I called that. I said that it was coming. Everyone thought I was lying, but it came, so I'm right. So everyone else needs to believe when I speak about the Japanese.
You was right. Now I said it too, but we giving you credit here on the show. What I said it on was on next podcast. So you get the credit here, I get the credit on next podcast. So
that's fine. I was like, we both called it after they said it was going to commit to
That's right.
Yeah. But
when it went to PC,
as for the Xcloud, as I say, when with the Xcloud rumor, right? I was like, the way that I feel about it is that it is kind of is what it is, right? If the biggest thing about the rumor is that I understand both sides of the scenario, and I'm going to talk about both sides, is the fact that I can understand why people are saying that if they do this, it could be a bad thing, because as Ott brought up, it goes against the words and the PR and what they say, because the one thing that Microsoft has been getting right and then messing up again is still their messaging. They consistently kind of go back and forth between the different people who are speaking. Phil will say one thing, Matt Booty says another, Aaron Greenberg says another, and then their devs will say one thing about some of their games and then it comes out a different way. They need to lock down what is the story everyone's going to go with? Like, everyone saw the report from Matt Booty talking about how they're still looking at potentially new studios, especially with the Japanese, but they're going to focus right now on what they have acquired already. But Phil Spencer shortly said before that they're still going to keep acquiring more. We know that they're going to acquire more, but don't say that, especially if your boss said, hey, we're still acquiring more, that you're going to slow down and focus on what you got. I was like, y'all need to figure out that issue. So
bloody, real quick. Let me because I'm going to correct you on something. That's a narrative that's been pushed out there by the media, not by Phil Spencer. And hold up. And the thing is that Matt Booty was talking about, we're going to focus on our team. He never said we're never going to, like, that's no different than if you have a team. Hold on and listen for a second. It's no different if you talk about a team like the Lakers. The Lakers are a basketball team, first place, right? And they are set with who they have, right? That doesn't mean they're not looking for more talent. If Andre Iguodala becomes available, they will get him. Right? So that's no different than Xbox saying that they're not. That's no different than Xbox saying that they're focused on the team that they have right now. But if something comes up that is available to them, they will inquire about it. That's all I'm saying. The narrative that people put out is something false. But go ahead, proceed.
But what I was trying to say is I get that aspect, but it's the way that it was said. I understand that they're going to keep looking at more talent because that would be dumb to not want to keep looking for more. I was saying the way that it came out is how it was interpreted, and that's where the issue is. That's where the messaging from everything that they need to focus on can be better.
That's not it's not a big deal, though. It's not a it's not like a problem.
No, but it's not a massive problem, but it's still an issue.
It's nothing. They're in the right direction. Stop.
Again, hang on.
Let him talk. Let him finish.
I'm going to speak honest. All right. Now, the issue with the Xcloud thing is if the rumor's true, I see why people are talking bad about it because they said that they were going to be like, we already know that they already said they're still going to keep exclusive to their ecosystem, right? But the thing is, they say now with the fact of how Xcloud is going to start opening it to be able to play anywhere, everywhere, all your games, no matter what, we're starting to see that the PC is still getting their exclusives in their ecosystem, right? But some of them might be going over to consoles, especially the fact that we know that they support keyboard and mouse. The issue with Xcloud, is that we know that it's specifically streaming, but it's still part of their ecosystem because it's all included with Game Pass Ultimate. So yes, people still have access to it no matter what. But the issue is, as some others brought up, we don't know if it's going to be specifically going through the Xcloud app and you have to specifically stream it. Yes, there's casting you can use from your tablet or your phone and be able to put it on your PC, or on your TV, or on your Xbox, wherever it is. However, it's still being locked specifically to that, and that's where I can understand where people are complaining about it. Yeah. But if it's something worthwhile, whether it's small or big, that's still something exclusive to their ecosystem. You still have free access to it, so you will always have that ability. So that's the biggest thing, is that you will still always have access to that. Whether how they go about you being able to access that content is the unknown, and we still don't even know if this rumor is true. That's where you have to look at things as the good and bad. I understand that it's a rumor, and people are going to look at it immediately negative, but they have to look at what good can come of it because it's still a part of their exclusive ecosystem. Just as we know, Halo will always be Microsoft. It's always going to be, yes, on PC, it's going to be on Xbox, but it's not going to be anywhere else. Just like we know Gears isn't going anywhere else. Just like we know nothing else like that is going to be anywhere except their ecosystem. So even if it's exclusive to Xcloud, it's still more incentive into their ecosystem now. But how they provide that is the key. If it's only going to be through the app, through the streaming service, only on those devices, or are you going to be able to play on other services as long as you have access to Xcloud?
Okay, so now let me break this down to you because
go ahead. All right, I would say one thing about the thing. I was thinking about when he was saying exclusives. Now, I think that one thing that could be exclusive to Xcloud but not be on console would be the RTSs.
RTSs would possibly
because the CPU is not strong enough on console in order to run those games, or on the consoles we have currently, I should say, not the Scarlet, but that's why we're not getting the Age of Empires and stuff like that, because it doesn't make sense. It's not gonna run properly. You know, you don't put something on there just to say you have it on there and then it runs like shit and have like an ARC type situation and it's just like stuttering all over the screen. But on Xcloud, if they have it where you could run that through Xcloud on your PC or on possibly through the Xbox itself, then that's a different story. So
okay, so let me make this point. Okay, so this is what I was just going to say about I was breaking it down. Going to do twofold. One, let's say that they do exclusives, right? The only thing that I can see that is exclusive is like a special edition Minecraft or something special for like a Fortnite or something like that. I don't know about you, but I'm not clamoring for Gears Pop to be on my X. It's not like it's going to be something I'm going to play on my X. It's something that I play on my phone or I would play on Xcloud. I could see something like that. Candy Crush or anybody like if I like this is the thing that I was saying to what I said in the DMs, right? I said it could be, you know, Nintendo and Sony may want to throw a couple of their smaller titles out there and then they may want to put it on XCloud. Who the fuck is going to care if Knack is on PlayStation? PlayStation fans ain't going to say shit about it. You know what I'm saying? You got a Pokemon Go or something like that will come on XCloud or something like that. I can see games like that. And also, lastly, this is the thing right here that kills all of that argument, is that the servers are Xbox components. There are Xboxes, so how the hell would it not go over, be transferred
and
over?
Changing them to Scarlet.
And over time,
hold on, buddy. Hold on. First of all, let's just keep it real here. This is a rumor that didn't even come from Microsoft. No. This is not even something. This is somebody that's just talking, and it makes no sense.
That's the first thing I said. It's a rumor we don't know.
Let me finish. This is what's nuts. You know these people out here making these clickbait titles. We are giving this subject way more energy than it needed to be. Right. They said, we're not getting out of the console business. XCloud will be a full extension of your console. They already said it. So why are we even talking about this?
I mean, that's like I said to that individual.
Jesus.
I said this is a great opportunity. This is a great podcast talking point, but that's it. It's not. It's nothing more. It's nothing more.
But if they did that, they're not doing that. They already said what they're doing.
But I'm speaking from both. I'm playing. Everyone has the same opinion. That's fine. But I'm going to speak from both, and that's what I said. I'm going to be on both sides of on how I feel about it because I understand both points. And what I was going to say with you, Mega. Fine, if I'm being stupid, then so be it.
I didn't say that. Oh. I said it would be stupid for them to preach an extension of your console, and then all of a sudden, but XCloud has exclusive Halo content.
And that's why I said. And that's why I said those people who are speaking from that point make sense. If they do that, it's a dumb move. But they've said opposite. But we don't. Yes, but. And again, I preface that by saying it's a rumor and we need to understand that. But I'm looking at it from both sides.
I'm looking at the gameplay right now with Lemon and
I'm looking at the
Bloody.
Facts and the pudding. Microsoft
should have a show.
Yeah, but Mega, to what you said about more mobile titles, yeah, I could see those being exclusive, similar to like what we saw in the early days of the iTunes Apple Store, right? On the App Store with some of their exclusive like mobile games that they got from like Epic and others. Those mobile titles that work better on phone or those devices, I can see those being exclusive. You make a point with that. That is fine. But anything that's like console quality, which I doubt will get exclusive in Xcloud, because it's going to be shutting out the rest of their ecosystem, those I might not see. That is where, if they start doing that, then that's a problem. But if it's smaller mobile titles that are built from the ground to be streamed and more mobile based, then yes, that's fine. Let them be exclusive. That's what I was trying to get to the point of.
No, I get that. And like, and for the whole situation, for people that are concerned or worried about it, I get that the whole narrative aspect would look very suspect. I agree with that. But again, you have to just look at everything else that they're doing in between. Like, instead of just thinking narrow-minded, you got to look at everything, just looking at gray. You got to look at the whole palette, man. You got to look at every bit of everything that you've heard and seen beforehand. And that was the main thing I went back to, and I would have got back to before it went left, was the fact that these servers are the things that's hooked up to Xcloud is Xbox components, or Xbox One S's. So how the hell would something that goes to Xcloud not be able to play on the Xbox? That's why I'm like, why would it's clickbait. It's like I said, it's good conversation for a podcast, but it's a non-story in my opinion. And I don't think, and if they did throw an exclusive, what the hell is what? You know what I'm saying? Is some stand gonna throw? Oh, look at this! Oh, NAC 1.5 is ready to go on is exclusive on XCloud. Who the fuck is gonna really care?
I would think it would be more like how Sony does VR, like they have the game and they have an exclusive part of the game that's VR. That's like a side piece. Like you can still buy the game and play the game the way you can normally play it, but there's a component in there for the VR people who have the game. And maybe like when they're talking about this, like maybe you buy Sea of Thieves, and there's a Sea of Thieves component that's specifically tailored to XCloud. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
yeah, Fred, you might be right, because with all those dual phones coming out, it might be like where you can see the screen as the game plays, but then on the secondary screen, it's like the map or something that you use. It'd be something like that.
Yo,
and it'll be like it only runs in XCloud for that, you know.
I'm gonna pick up my kid, but I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll definitely be here.
Too.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, man.
Y'all didn't talk too much about this damn subject.
I can't wait to my fails of the week. I can't wait to the end.
Oh, okay.
I done got sober, and you're arguing with somebody that like you arguing to somebody that bought a baby and believe in Death Stranding. No, we can't do that.
You stupid.
Oh man. So anyway, all right, good segue. Good segue. Let's talk about Kojima. All right, yes. As you see my big mug in the screen. All right, cool. Hey, I did like that. I know you didn't pay attention, Lemon, but and everybody else, I gave everybody special intros who gave me gameplay 100. And if you know what I'm saying, if you gave me gameplay, I gave everybody a special intro. I gotta say, now since my Windows my Movie Maker or whatever that I was been using, I didn't know that it was discontinued. Maybe that's why my PC, my hard drive was like, well, I'm pushing this whack shit, all this shit is gone and dead now. Get some new shit. So I got to give a big shout out to my boy Lemon, because that Wonder whatever that shit is called.
Wondershare.
Yeah, Wondershare is dope. I was over there playing with it like this.
You just found out about Wondershare?
Man, listen.
Yeah, 100. You don't do stuff like that. Mute yourself.
I know
come on, man.
How you think I steal y'all videos?
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Listen. All right. So let's talk about this. This was something. We was already amped up about what was going on with what was going on last week because of XO. Then all of a sudden, Kojima happened to say something about the American gamers. And look, it is no secret that Mr. Kojima was not very happy about some of the scores that he got from the
and the sales.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all get to that. I'm waiting. Let everybody have their piece. And so, of course, it seems like Kojima wasn't very happy about some of the scores that came from some of the reviewers from the United States. And I don't give a damn about reviewers in a sense, but it seems that Kojima was catering to people out in what was it, Italy, something like that, whatever, to an Italian press, and then he went out and he said the things about American gamers. They don't really know, and I'm paraphrasing. I'm not saying it word for word, but pretty much American gamers only care about shooters and don't really pay attention to appreciate games of fine art. So
that means he's talking to you too, Christopher Hart.
Woo! Yep, because you're American. So, but regardless, there was stands out there that was defending this. He's telling the truth. He's right. He's right. Okay, he might be right, but does that make it cool for a person to ask you for your hard-earned dollar and just blatantly just say that you're classless?
Don't know gaming.
You don't know true art.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
we all
you gotta
stupid.
play video games with your pinky up.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So you're not sipping on the finest herbs of tea and eating croissants.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to hit this from my man, my 108 member for 16, 17 years.
Yep.
My man Shakespeare says Kojima and Elizabeth Banks are in the same boat. But hurt.
Okay, so anyway, Sir X Man in the chat, appreciate it, man. He said it is funny how all the hate from Xcloud came out after Stadia became an epic fail. They should have made the system. They should have made that system beta or an alpha demo first. I totally agree. We will talk about Stadia here. That'll probably be our last topic. But let's get back to Kojima. Anyway, so Mr. Kojima, he didn't like it. He was upset. He talks about the United States gamers out there, and so you know what? I'm going to go to probably somebody who's going to be the nicest right now about this whole situation, and that's going to be my boy Operations Op, the lawyer. I know that he's going to be the reasonable one on this panel. So go ahead, Op. What did you think about what Kojima's remarks about American gamers?
Man, fuck that, bro.
Woo! Like, come on, you're the lawyer. You're the lawyer. Come on,
like,
man.
nah, like he just dissed the entire country.
No, he dissed 2 continents, Europe, and he said Westerners. The Westerner gamers is Europe and United States. Let's not forget that.
Are you sure about Europe?
No, because they are west. Excuse me, they are west of Japan. Look at your maps.
Yeah, but he said the Westerns. He's talking about Canada,
United
North
States.
America. He's talking about North America, South
North
America,
America.
and
Yeah,
Canada.
He wasn't talking.
But Europe ain't got no love.
He didn't say nothing.
Europe.
He didn't go into Europe. Is not really Western.
Yeah. Europe. He was talking to a European led group or whatever.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna show you the facts. I'm gonna show you why he mad with them too. I'm gonna show you.
Okay, well go ahead. Op. What else did you want to say other than that?
To be honest, it's really ignorant and very narcissistic statement he made, which is ridiculous. Like, for the most part, like outside like these I guess quote unquote smaller, I guess not studios, reviewers and sites. They're like overseas from the West, whatnot. Some are like subsidiaries of bigger sites like IGN, Eurogamer, all that stuff. But like for the most part, like everybody else is seeing through the bullshit of the game from like a general standpoint. Yes, still people who go to defend it, but at the end of the day, like from what I've seen, like
what is that? Infamous is in here. My bad. She gonna kill me. She gonna kill me.
Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, like it's just like this dude's ego cannot be any bigger at this point. Like it's probably getting worse than the Video Game Awards. Because like first, Jeff Cleese gonna come out and defend himself for for the nominations and results of the polling right now.
We're gonna get into that next. We're gonna get into that VGA stuff next. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Carlo. Keep going now. Keep going.
But of course, if Kojima is anywhere near that show and he makes some sort of statement, it could be bad depending on what kind of people populate that arena at that point. Because like if that guy gets booed off the stage for any sort of reason at all, bro, it's gonna be ugly. Like it's gonna be real ugly at that point. But overall, like this man, I know he's been an idiot for a long time. I never liked the dude. He made some cool games, but I haven't played it for myself. Well, I'm beating it for myself. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like I really do not like people like this who can't take criticism and try to deflect and just project their insecurities on other people. I hate this type of stuff. So yeah, this is just a piece of shit.
Brad, want to hurry up and come back? God dang, Brad, we'll wait for it. Even when you come back, if we're done talking about this, which I don't think we will be by the time you get back. But damn. So are you done? Are you done?
You sound like R. Kelly. This is my life.
Opera, are you done, or was you? Are you
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm over here looking at. Oh, okay. Bloody wants to come in again. So Bloody, go ahead.
I hope you sound better. God damn it.
I do sound better. Hopefully.
Okay.
But no. I'll say some of the people talking right now. I'll say I think me and Lemon have the highest regard on the subject. I thought Kojima was really great back in the day. And when he said that, I was like, listen here, you need to shut the hell up, all right? I was like, you can take criticism. People won't always understand vision. That's art. Not everyone's going to understand art. I was like, if people don't agree with you, guess what? They just don't agree with you. Get over it. Most artists, if someone doesn't agree with the art, they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to make something else. And maybe they'll appreciate it years down the road. Maybe they'll get it then. But they don't sit there and throw a fit and stop and everything. This is not a good look on him. All right?
Not the first time. Let's point that out. It's not the first time.
And that's the worst part.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Kojima ain't made nothing great since damn Metal Gear Solid 2. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
Oh, shit. 100.
No, hell no. And then you got the balls in our establishment. You got the balls to come in our establishment and go back. He said that the Westerns don't do nothing but play with shooters. Come on. I got just as much goddamn Japanese games than the average person. Man, play them. And then you gotta don't put the games I get. The Neo Geo games ain't Neo Geo is a Eastern company.
Yeah, they're Japanese.
I got Sega games. So don't just put that on me and you gonna come in and our establishment gonna say that. And I said our, not my establishment. I said our establishment ain't gonna come in. Now you sounding like Stephen A. Smith right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what
you sounding like Stephen A. Smith right now.
Hey man, I gotta give it up to T.O. clowned his ass.
Hang on. Let me finish what I'm saying. I'll say the fact is, what he said, whether it was misquoted or not, we understood.
Not misquoted. There's people in the United States Japanese. He's a liar. But go ahead.
Man, he misquoted. What damage control and said, you know what? He put a persona on us.
100. When you get your point, you'll get your. Trust me, you'll have full reign. Let Bloody finish. Go ahead. He's on his cell phone, man.
Yeah.
He's doing something. I don't know what the hell.
And he's agreeing with us too.
Right. Go ahead, Bloody. Go ahead.
Yes. I'll say, out of everyone here, I was like, other than the crazy fanboys who are trying to defend everything that he's done, and especially with Death Stranding, I'm the only one here who's been seeing and actively been playing that for everyone. I have more of the right to speak on anything than anyone else. All right? That game is not fun. That does not have anything that is worthwhile.
Oh, wait. Hold on, Bloody. Say that again, please.
That gameplay is not fun.
Oh, shit.
It is the most mind-numbing bullshit that I've ever done. You know the only good thing that the game was for is the fact that I can talk to the chat and be interactive that whole stream while I do the dumb, mindless stuff that I need to progress the story for everyone else. That is the only thing that it does. I was like, and that's not a good look. I was like, I have to do so much off-stream to make it easier for the people when they do come around because I don't want to sit there and bore them with everything else that I have to do. I would say the only thing that's interesting about that game is some of the stories because of the fact that it is philosophical, all right? But just because you have that doesn't make it something super special. He's always known for
philosophical.
Yes, because the thing that Kojima has always done, hang on, the only thing that his series have ever done.
The ending is interesting. The ending is pretty damn interesting. I'll give it that.
Listen, the thing that he's always done is that all of his games have always followed some socio-political drama and has a very thought-provoking point. However, not all of them are always well presented in that way. Metal Gear was able to do it right because it involved a lot of military and social issues about that kind of growing thing. What Death Stranding is, guess what? It's talking about society falling apart because of the fact that we're getting so disconnected because of the internet and bullshit. Yes, that makes sense. But the way that it's done, by having to deliver packages, is the most boring, tedious bullshit I've ever done.
Facts.
I was like, that is ridiculous. I was like, the mechanics in there are meant to be clunky for a reason. Like, they're clunky just to be clunky. They're not even well done. Like, if they were a little bit more well established and something happens, I would say yes. But they're tedious to be tedious. All right? The fact that he's complaining that people don't understand his message is just sheer ignorance and his own ego speaking. And I loved Kojima, right? Ever since I played any of his games, I always thought, man, this guy's smart.
You bought you bought the baby. You bought the baby.
Yeah, I did. But when I look at this and hear this now and see how he's speaking, well, just like, dude, what is the issue? Like, not everyone's gonna agree with you. I was like, it happens. I was like, he's doing the same thing that Cliff Bleszinski did, right? After he stopped doing it for so long, and then he comes back, everyone hates on it, then he's throwing a fit and calling people out. Cliff did the same thing as soon as he made that Battle Royale game that was supposed to be like Fortnite and stuff, right? And then he did another game with, Lawbreakers. And that went nowhere. No. And then he blames everyone else.
Kojima should have made some shit that Pran's playing right now. Look at this creature that Pran is over here fighting. That's what Kojima should be making with the pretty ass graphics. Keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things, man, that it's just like this whole breakdown of his and the way that he said all this is just ridiculous. I was like, it's sad. That's what it is. It's just sad and pathetic.
No, it is. Now, 100, go ahead. Oh, shit. Whoa, Lemon. Go ahead and start talking. Please, Lemon.
This is for y'all people in the chat, man.
Oh, no.
This is why he mad. First of all, I hit my man K-Mega up 2 days ago. He talking about the Westerners don't understand his game and don't play nothing but shooters. The first person people. Let me explain something to you people. Look at what I'm showing. Death Stranding sales beaten by Days Gone and Call of Duty in the latest UK charts.
And then another thing that's on top of that, one thing that I don't think that we've heard from the PlayStation stands out there is that Death Stranding has had the biggest fall in like
history.
Years. In like
71%.
Yeah, like 71% in the UK. And every game has a drop off from like 36 to 40%, but it had a drop off of 71% in the UK and in his own home country.
Let me finish, Kidman. Let me get him.
Go ahead,
Get him.
Get him. Don't you stop.
In his home country, the first week sales was 185,000 units.
Hold on. Wait. Game of the year? Hold on. Game of the year nominee? What? Say that again. It did what?
185,000 the first week. So you're saying, okay, those are the hardcore people. The next week's sales come from word of mouth. Since the game has released in Japan, his home region, the place where people know how to game, they appreciate art. The game is at 223,000 units sold.
Oh shit! Say that again, please.
223,000 units sold. Now I just want to say this for the record. Christopher Hart, I hope you're paying attention because your boy
you're gonna have people.
Always on point.
You're gonna have people in the chat. Afterwards that listen to the show later that's going to light you up, and they're going to say, where's your proof? Where's the proof?
Holla at Famitsu, the Japanese website.
Oh.
That's who reported the numbers.
Shit.
In the Eastern region. Your boy Lemetheus don't lie, just tell you the facts. I told you it's going to be salty, but it's going to be true. If it hurts, say ouch, baby. But facts of the matter is, they must don't appreciate jack shit in Japan either, because that's the region he's praising. And look what they did. Yeah, they initially ran out and bought it, but the next week, what happened? 71% of sales. And in UK, you trying to tell me the game that's glitchy, riding around on invisible motorcycles, zombies not reacting when you walk by them, bad AI, bad shooting. You trying to tell me this game outperformed the mighty AAA Kojima's Death Stranding? Days Gone? How is that possible? And you know what? Sony is notorious for reporting some goddamn numbers.
And
why they haven't said shit.
Oh shit! Okay, say that again. Like I mean, there's so many facts coming up here. Say that again.
Said shit. Captain Queen, report this and report that. Report those numbers.
You're gonna wait until over a certain amount of sales.
Yeah, they're gonna do that after Black Friday.
Now, what they did say is this is the fastest selling brand new IP. Yeah, for the first 5 days, and then it's dead in the water. Now, I'm not discrediting the game because this is what I want to do. I want to create a console war because I don't get involved. Because if the game was bananas, I would buy it. But this is nominated for Game of the Year, and if it was anybody else, it would be a 4. Period. On a scale of 1 to 10. I don't care about Kojima because all these great people in this world, they have some type of pet peeve and they got personal problems. He don't like constructive criticism. Your game is boring. You got one button mashing action and you got to balance something on your back. Half the goddamn game. I have watched many streamers. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. I stood in GameStop today. And you know how many times I saw Jeff Stranded traded in today? At least 20 times.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Wait, Lemon, that was you in the store?
Yeah, that was me in the store playing Xcloud.
Bruh, that's the thing right there, man. Right?
That's why I put it on the screen.
I said, I seen when I went to 3 different Best Buys when I was over here getting my computer fixed. Man, I was like, damn, not one copy, not one damn copy at Best Buy that I seen. Now I went to 3 of them. I know there's thousands of them, but there was not one copy out of all those 3. But I seen a lot of Star Wars moved off the shelf. I seen a lot of Pokemon moved off the shelf.
Can I ask y'all a question? We all know that your boy Lemon got GameStop connects, right?
You know what's funny is I'm being called a fraud because I'm trying to finish the game. No. I'm being called a fraud because I'm trying to finish the game. No, I'm trying to figure out the story because of the fact that unlike others, I will finish it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna like it the whole time.
And Christopher Hart, I seen you typing all night, you Twitter finger sucker. And let me tell you something. Do you own the game? Because you keep saying the game is lit. Because the last I heard through the grapevine, you out here e-begging for games. E-begging, and you don't even have an active YouTube channel with your 53 subscribers.
He's a listener, man. He's a listener. Don't do that to the listener.
He out here, how you gonna be e-begging and you ain't providing no content?
Oh, man.
Better be careful. You don't know who I know on this internet. Stop begging my friends for games, my brother.
Oh, my God.
Facts.
Don't do that. Oh.
Let's put that heat out there. You ain't got Death Stranded. You a Death Stranded watcher. You watching on Mixer.
The last time I seen my main man, Christopher Hart, he said...
I'll say this. Chris has been coming through the streams, right? He been talking.
Yeah, no, hold on.
I'm talking about the game is lit. The game is lit.
I know, but
remember, I like you, Chris. I like you, Chris, but you never come through when I'm playing Death Stranding, and I played it for 10 hours one night. You wasn't there one.
Hey,
buddy.
I sat there and watched 4.5 hours.
Y'all got it. We got to get focused. We got to get focused. You're giving him too much spirit. That's what he wants.
That is true.
Don't be me.
Because when he in Iron Lord podcast, he's a goody two shoes. He coming in with that negativity.
Let him be. Know what I'm saying?
Okay,
let him be. Let's move on. Let him be. Because you know what I'm saying? We making him a superstar. He ain't no star.
Mad at me.
He ain't nothing but a big ass pony.
Okay,
So
come
you know,
on,
you
come
get
on,
to a
come on.
pony,
Alright,
you
so
tip
let's
them in
get
their
focused,
nuts
so let's get
and keep
focused.
it going.
Alright,
Let's go.
100. What is your whole thoughts about what Kojima said, man?
Man, Kojima, hell with Kojima. I don't care about Kojima. I would never purchase a Kojima game. I don't care about Kojima. I ain't care about him. And he ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's one of the greatest developers in the world. He ain't made nothing for me since Metal Gear Solid 2. Now, you know, them baby girl with the K, I ain't gonna say her name right now because I can't say it right. You know what I'm saying? She said since 3. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving, you know what I'm saying? I gave up my energy to him when me and Lemon went in. I gave up my energy. I ain't giving up. I don't even care about the man. And the man can go away tomorrow. I don't really give 2 hells, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if Phil said something like that, the world would be over there asking for his resignation.
Facts.
And then the bullshit that I saw that Sony pulled out was like, oh, he wasn't he wasn't trying to say that or this and that. Man, damage control is best.
If there wasn't nothing wrong, why would Sony have to damage control?
You know why? This is why. Get my screen. Get my screen. This is why. Show it to him, K-Mega.
They had to say something.
Oh man.
They're having a great year exclusives. Look at these numbers.
Oh man, stop that.
Man,
stop that.
I don't keep no way. I'm gonna put this way. We throw out these numbers, but you know what? We ain't no hypocrites in this motherfucker. We don't fuck the Metacritic numbers. We don't need to even mention Metacritic numbers. We gamers. Fuck this Metacritic number. I don't give a fuck if they. I don't give a fuck if they games.
71.
I don't care if they games scored a 99. The game can score a 99 and still be dog shit. You know what I'm saying? we gotta quit promoting. We promoting this website, and we making them like they're somebody, and we ain't no hypocrites. I know all you guys. I consider you guys my friends. We ain't no hypocrites around this motherfucker. So we don't really need to show them type of that bullshit because them numbers ain't credible.
No, but you know what? You know what I like about each one of these pictures? All the characters are crying.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I said that Let Loose Friday. That's on y'all. I'm not condoning.
Yeah, but I said, but you said,
I'm
like I say, come on, 108. We ain't no hypocrites around this motherfucker. I don't believe in no motherfucking Metacritic. I love the clown. I love the clown. But think about it, I love the clown, but we got to be straight facts. You know, we got people on us like the first 48. You know what I'm saying? We got the detectives. You know what I'm saying? If I piss wrong on the toilet, they gonna report it. So you know what I'm saying? They gonna run with this because they gonna say they don't believe in Metacritic. So you know we're gonna have about like 35 million videos on us in the morning and shit. I ain't gonna answer to none of them. But
yeah. And like
that's how it is. I don't. You know what I'm saying? We gotta quit giving ammunition and this go straight. Let's go straight for the throat.
I did.
Let's go straight for the throat.
I showed them the facts.
Death Stranding is a great game. You know what I'm saying? And we're giving our opinion. If you don't like our opinion, go do two favors. Go to your bank. You know what I'm saying? Go to your bank. Go ask for $50 or $50 rolls of pennies. You know what I'm saying? Peel them off, put them in a sock, and stuff the shit out your ass. It may wake you up.
Yo, we gotta pay the bills.
Well, first I gotta pay the bills. I got Sir X Man hit us up in the chat again. He said, how many? He says, how many Outer Worlds sell? Thanks for the money, PS4.
I got another one. His name is Aatrox City Nights.
Oh, hey.
$20.
Yo, man, appreciate that.
Podcast is lit. LOL, appreciate y'all, and we appreciate you because you like one of the real people on the block, man. People just don't get in here and just say things to make things up. We appreciate people like you. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we're talking about, man. That's great.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
when all of us talk, right? We being honest, and like if anyone here would have been the most biased, who you think that would defend it would be me, right? Because we all know that I'm biased towards the Japanese because I support the Japanese. But I'm going to speak out the truth when it comes to, especially when it comes to someone I looked up to. No, looked past tense. What he just did now made me not want to. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did. I was like, I did, but now, and yeah, what he did now, I was like, I don't know if I can trust anything that you do now, especially going forward. I was like, I understand what you did in the past, and I was like, I can forgive it. This I can't. I was like, especially when I've been the only one who's been talking.
PlayStation.
Yep.
Go back.
I was like, and the thing now is thinking about a new horror game, right? He should have did that first before Death Stranding.
I agree, definitely. I agree. Well, we got to go on. Pred, what is your thoughts about this? Because
my boy's back.
Yeah, Pred's
back. I've been back for a minute.
Okay. Yeah,
I didn't hear the topic, but I think you guys were talking about.
We're talking about Kojima's remarks.
We talk about the next podcast. I'm not a Kojima fan. I really have never played any of his games, but for him to dog the fan base that typically buys his games, and you create a game that's focused in America. You use an American artist, in the game, and then
American
you have
voiceovers.
Yeah, and you have the nerve to be like, oh yeah, American gamers don't like my shit. Well, I mean, make shit for American gamers then. Like, if that's the approach you're trying to take is to draw in the American market, you can't just use our backdrop and then you try to make art out of it, because you're not making a game for art, you're making a game for Americans, right? So make that game. You're making a game for art, then stop using our shit. Use some French artists, some French fucking voiceovers, some do something different. But it's not that we didn't, because some people here like his game, right? I'm not gonna say here and knock it. I ain't played it. Some people in America like his game and think it's a really decent game. They get it, but a lot of us don't. And you're trying to make a game centric to us using our assets, then you should go full fucking American. I hate to say it that way, but that's what I mean.
America.
Go there. But don't sit here and sell the game to us and then be like, oh well, you guys didn't get it because it sucked to a lot of people here.
Right.
We only play shooters. Well, should have fucking made a goddamn shooter then. I'm not knocking the game. I haven't played it. It looks boring as fuck to me. But I've seen some of the shit on YouTube about some of the scenes in the game that look weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
But other cultures like that shit. Our culture doesn't. We're a dude bro culture. We fight in wars. We fucking carry guns in all of our states here. Like, we have different rights here. And you know, for you to sit here and try to, well, not you, but like for Kojima to sit here and be in our country, make games in our country, and then have another diss our country, man. Fuck that motherfucker, man.
Can I say something, Fred? You missed out on something, son. You missed out. See, you wasn't here. I showed the Japanese numbers.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. So
these people ain't playing it.
It's a universal decision. I guess you
right.
need like 2 more million Christopher Harts out there.
I guess so. I guess, but
because we don't know about.
I mean, you want to make movies? Make fucking movies.
Exactly.
And I've seen some of the dialogue. Like I will say, like some of the things in the game, like the voice acting, like the people he picked to do that kind of stuff, like it works, right? But the game makes no sense from what I've seen. I haven't played it, and I'm pretty sure it will all tie in at some point if I play the game. But like, I'm not a gamer to jump up and play a fucking movie. Like Quantum Break was like the edge for me, and it wasn't like long ass.
No, you want to know the thing about that, right? Let me to clarify that point. It's 5 minutes or 10 minutes of a cutscene, right? And then it's 50 hours of doing bullshit with getting some small exposition in between when you finish a mission till you get another 15 minutes of cutscenes 30 hours later.
Right.
That's what it is. If you just take all the cutscenes, you don't even need to play the game.
No.
I'm not even going to lie about that.
I watched all the cutscenes. I've watched maybe...
Bloody, you bought the baby though, so you take an L.
No, he's not taking the L. You know why he's not going to take the L 100? Hold on, Bloody.
He taking the L. No, he bought the baby. I said it. I stand up like 15 million podcasts before.
Hold on.
He bought the ultimate super fanboy edition.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, I'm a fanboy of Kojima too because I love Metal Gear. Let me say this for the record. I bagged on this man at E3 where he got to the point he just looked at me like I was crazy because I said, don't buy that game. Don't buy that game. Don't goddamn buy that game. He says, Lemon, I'm gonna do it. And if it's good or bad, I'm gonna basically eat crow. And he's came on here and said, listen, I took one for the team. And he's given us the true facts. He has not fanboy out.
See, he still don't get no goddamn pass.
He don't need a pass from you.
He don't need a pass for him supporting
you.
A game
buy that baby, I'm gonna clown.
A fanboy. Hold on.
I said I'm gonna clown.
100. We heard you. We heard you say that.
I'm gonna clown. I don't need no damn. If you bought that baby, I'm gonna get on yo. No, I'm saying Tyrannosaurus.
Okay, but what I'm not saying,
I'm getting on
we're not gonna just get on here and hop on Bloody because he came up here, he put in the work on the game, and he's
get that political correct shit out here. I said what I was gonna do, and I said I was gonna do it.
Oh man,
and I get that.
And he said, yeah, he's standing up, he taking the licks. He ain't fighting back, he taking the licks. But you ain't got to stand up for him. He his own man.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Not doing that.
You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't got to say, see, come on.
Okay, so
he can sit there, he gonna take it. He said, I'll bite it. He bought that dog. He fed into the Kojima shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the baby dog. Anybody that tested that buy that baby dog, they go.
Hold on. We still have
the baby boy is the only good thing about that goddamn game.
Right. I think you probably.
The baby's the only thing entertaining about that game.
Interesting.
Okay, hold on. We still got Live's point of view to get to as well. Big shout out to Sir X.
Over here. That's all I'm doing. I'm keeping it real.
Yeah, I know, and we appreciate that, Bloody. We definitely do. Sir X, man, hitting up that chat again, saying Kojima pulled a green disc, blue disc, or period. But you know what, Sir X, man?
He on fire.
You on fire tonight.
You must have charged your wheelchair. I like that.
Disrespectful bastard.
My bad. He bought me bowling. My bad, son. My bad.
My boy Op
bought me the pro bowling game.
Hopefully Op can come back in here because he probably had some connection issues or something. But did you get finished, Pred, or was you still? Because I mean, Lemon just.
I pretty much.
I had to check it because I wanted to make sure he knew that the Japanese market. That's why I
heard that part.
Because I didn't know. Real quick, he wasn't here. I didn't know he was here. My bad.
I know Live about to go. He's probably the only one here that's actually played the game fully through. Like, is it really like just like one button?
No, Bloody picked it up. Bloody and Live picked it up.
Yeah. No. So the way the combat works, right, is you can only punch or kick by using the square button, Or here's where they mix up the combat, right? Here's where it gets unique.
Fred is
You have
bad.
to hold hang on.
No,
You have
you're
to
on
hold
board.
the left trigger. Hang on. You have to hold the left trigger or the right trigger to carry something in your hand, and you can throw it at somebody's face.
So too much square button, right? Didn't the game get knocked for that a couple of years ago?
You gotta hit the square button and then let go. You gotta throw it and then let go, right? You gotta actually let go of the buttons to do the thing. Like other than that,
didn't the game get knocked for having too much of a certain button?
Oh, too much of the A
Fred,
button.
listen, control scheme is as simple as Pac-Man. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
All right, Alive, go ahead, man. Give us your thoughts about it. We know that you picked it up and played it as well. Break it down,
bought it.
man.
I beat it. I traded it in.
Okay. How many hours did you put into
91.
it? About 31 hours.
91.
Oh, 90.
What's your score?
65. I'll explain it. It's
60,
not
65 out of 100.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And I'm explaining it. And I'm not gonna hit you with no bullshit fanboy shit. I'm gonna give you legitimate. I'm gonna give you the exact scores. I'm gonna tell you why I gave it those scores.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is how I felt. 4. No. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is.
Okay.
All right. First, we starting off with graphics. It's an 8. All right. Remember, graphics. Graphics is an art style. Graphics is an art style. Graphics is the resolution.
It does look pretty.
Listen, all that stuff like that is an 8. It's not the best, but it's good. Right. So it's an 8. Art style is a 10. All right. Story is a 7. Narrative is a 6 because the shit is convoluted as fuck.
Yes.
Acting is a 7 because the shit is. It's up and it's down. You know,
fragile,
sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. Right?
I agree.
Gameplay is a 5, and this is very generous. Now, the reason why I say 5 for gameplay is because when you actually do stuff that's interesting, it functions well, and that's why I gave it a 5. Even though I don't necessarily like everything I'm doing, the way it works well. Mission design is a 3 because it's the same 3 fucking missions the whole fucking game. You either carrying boxes, sneaking around trying to avoid BTs, or you're fighting a boss. That's it. That's all you're doing. Sound is a 9, music is an 8, and replay value is a 2. And the only reason why I gave it a 2 is because some motherfuckers will want to get platinum. That's the only reason why I gave it a 2. Otherwise, it'd be a 1. All right. When you put all those numbers together, you get a 65. I believe I was being as fair as possible. I didn't come out here and do what the PlayStation fanboys do and give the shit everything 2s and be like, this is the shittiest game ever. No, there's things about the game that is good, and there is a good game in there. But the way it was...
It just needed more time.
Yeah, the way you can... I can look at the game and say this. It looks like it was rushed. And because it was rushed, the only way they could salvage anything was basically make you do, because basically all you do is the same shit over and over again, and then all the work went into the cutscenes, like all of it. Like,
can I add on to you, Live, real quick? Because you brought up a good point. Is that you said that there was a good base for what could have been a good game, and it was rushed. That's something I actually talked about with a lot of the chat, and you can talk to Kudastina in the chat. You can ask Sleepy Goblin. We've had this discussion. There's things in there that were good concepts, right? Like you mentioned that you gave the combat a 5, right? Which is generous because there are.
Yeah, wait. Cut that for a second.
Around them in the way that you have to be more direct and move carefully with the sensor, right? With the baby. That's cool. What they introduced later on with the blood weapons as being the only way to combat them, but you have to watch your actual blood or you have to use the blood packs. That's an interesting concept that if they expanded on could have been a lot better, right? There's definitely interesting concepts that were in that game that could have been so much better had they taken more time. Honestly, them trying to rush this out at the end of this generation was the worst idea. Honestly, if they waited and launched it next gen, I think the game would have performed a lot better if they fleshed out more of those concepts.
Yeah, K-Make, I'm about to go live.
All right. So go live. Hold on. Before you go live, and please everybody be quiet so we can let Live go live. He deserves this. He put 91 hours into the game, and now after you played it, gave it your fair score. Is this game quality of game of the year?
Hell no.
All right, so go live.
It's not a bad game, but it ain't game of the year. Maybe for a motherfucker that has very low standards, it possibly is. You know what this is? This is a pretty
dog shit central.
Listen. I'm about to go live. This is a pretty bitch, and she got some good pussy, but it's not great. And then you start making out with her. She just burping, constantly burping. You be like, God damn, this bitch is cute, but damn, she just burping. All of a sudden, she just let out a fart. You like, God damn, and you just thinking like, damn, I don't know if I can let this shit slide no more. And then that bitch let out a wet one, and then you're just sitting there like, man, somebody gonna have to clean these goddamn sheets because this shit is fucking messy. That's what that fucking game is, man. Like motherfuckers will let that shit slide, and maybe you don't mind for girl shits in your bed. But this shit is fucking ugly.
All right, so as you know why I call him our Donald Trump, look, and I told him he could go, this is Messy Friday, let it loose today, let it loose Friday. 100, there's no boundaries tonight. I see that. After that, there's no boundaries. There's no motherfucking boundaries tonight. Okay, so basically what we're hearing from you live is that you're saying that Death Stranding is a shitty chick in your bed. All right. So.
Yeah, look. I can see how people like the game, and again, it's something that it's situational, right? Like think about when Kobe had his last game, right? He scored 60 in that last game, but you got to think about, man, he was injured all that times and all that shit. But like, if that was just a regular dude out there shooting all them shots, and it wasn't his last game, motherfuckers would be like, yo, this dude wilding, right? And that's basically what it is. It's like Kojima out here, he thinking he having a Kobe moment, but he not talking about retiring. So I'm just looking at this nigga like, damn, man. Like, if this was his last game, you might be able to give him a slide on this shit. But this is like, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, the story was like, I think the only thing that kind of gets me is like, people always look at being odd and quirky as somehow being artsy. I don't think that's necessarily the case all the time. Like, bro, we've seen way better acting in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, that shit's not even fucking close, dog.
Not even close.
Like, far. Like,
dude, when you play a game like Red Dead Redemption and you see the stories before the end of the game and that shit makes you want to cry just like the ending of the first game, that's good acting. There's some moments in here where I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this, because there's a lot of confusing things. They still never really clarified the relationship between Sam and Amelie, and I don't know whether that was his fiance, wife, or his sister, and it was very awkward.
Very awkward because she always kept coming in at like in all different type of phases of his of his life. You know what I'm saying? You know,
she kept bringing different moments.
Yeah, different moments.
Like,
yeah.
Bloody.
And it's like you're talking to me like you know me on a personal level, because we see that she's known him when he was a little boy, but it's just like, but you never aged. Are you my sister? Or the way you talk to me, you sound like you're flirting. Are you my wife?
You have to watch the end. You have to watch the end, and it might give you a little bit of clarity.
Yeah. You gotta watch. You gotta watch that. I already beat the game, so I already know what that is about.
That plot.
So it explains all that stuff. But it's just
the plot to the ending is pretty fucking cool. I have to say that.
I'm gonna prove that I do it all.
Okay, so anyway, all right.
I was like, I'm doing everything in that game. So I was like, I'm still in the central region, so I'm still a little bit ways away.
Well,
but there's just a lot that in the beginning on, I'm just like, bro, what is going on here? I don't understand this relationship.
No, the thing is, they over-explain a lot of that shit, bro.
Right.
The ending of that game, listen, my Jesus. There's stuff in there that I'm just like, yo, I've been watching this shit for an hour and 30 minutes, bro. Y'all could have condensed this down to 20 minutes.
Right, the ending was
trying to recreate what he did with Metal Gear 4.
I didn't play Metal Gear 4,
no.
but I know
a long ass cutscene.
It's a long.
Hold on. Metal Gear 4 had good gameplay. It's just that them goddamn cutscenes was unskippable in the beginning, and it was too goddamn long. But the gameplay when you played was fine.
Yo, that
is not the case in this game.
They got one part.
Yes, it was.
You walk in this game so much, and at the end of the game, they be like, I don't think you walked enough. Let's walk some more. You be like, what the fuck?
Kevin Costner in
the postman. All right, Sir X-Man in the chat again.
The vehicles are all right, though.
Sir
I
X-
use that motorcycle.
Hold on.
But I'm just saying,
I gotta pay the bills. Chill.
I stopped.
Okay, all right. So Sir X-Man says games should have had a Teletubby instead of a baby. Lord have mercy.
with the glowing light on the forehead.
Lala, Poe. My daughter used to watch the shit out of creepy things, man. Oh my god. Yeah, and that's where I got Tinky Winky from. Whenever we said Tinky Winky, that's where I got. Cause, oh man, but my daughter's favorite one was. But
Live ain't wrong. He's like, they really do make you walk everywhere. And then it's like throughout the game they make it. You know what? We'll make your walk a little bit easier. I got to the part where I finally got the weather station. They're like, hey, guess what? Here's some floating boxes you can attach to your waist to carry more stuff with you. And I'm just like, all right, I guess. I was like, I guess this will make hauling these big ass orders a little bit easier. But why did I have to wait 50 hours to make this a little bit better? I was like, at that point, I already made most of the roads and be like, I'm just going to put it in my truck, right? I was like, my truck is more useful than this at this point. Just saying.
Yeah. So, all right.
And we're not going to talk about the boss battles that
we're done. We're done talking about Kojima. We're still going to be talking about Kojima, but we're going to talk about some other things with the VGAs. Now, all I'm going to say about the whole Kojima situation, briefly, is I'm not buying your shit no more, bruh. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime they got to pull a if anybody want me to play Death Stranding, they're gonna have to hook me up or that shit's free. And that's it. I'm not ever buying another game from the man. I bought every game that from his productions or from when he did with Konami that he was the lead producer in the game. I bought every one of his games.
And when he got fired,
so I'm like, him too. Yeah, so regardless of that, no, you ain't getting my money no more, bro. We done. So anyway,
everyone saw that. I still have the HD collection when they released it on the 360 on disc. I have my Zoe collection on disc, and I got the collector's edition of 5, and I got 4 as well for my PS3. I'm buying everything from that man. I even bought the Legacy collection of all the Metal Gears on my PS4, right?
Oh, man.
I absolutely, I was like, I absolutely still buy this. I cannot co-sign anything going forward.
Yeah, no, I can't co-sign it at all.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so the VGAs, it's caused a little controversy.
Yeah.
Some people will tell you that it's not a conflict of interest. Some people will tell you that it is. But regardless of that, that's why we're going to talk about it in the podcast. The things that made people kind of cringe was mostly the game of the year, not only the snubs, but the game of the year categories. I should say nominees. Not all of the nominees, but a few. And because if you look at the pattern of how the VGAs has been, they've mostly been popular by certain standards, by game sales, by Metacritic, just popularity overall. And this year it seemed to be a little bit different. Like they wanted to go and try to change some things up. One thing I want to say before I go, I'm going to go to Pred again. The one thing that I'll say about this is that I found odd is that if you were a person that loved Quantum Break and Quantum Break got snubbed, I don't even know. It did get nominated for, I think, maybe 1 or 2 things, but didn't get a chance to get on Game of the Year, then you would be kind of like, well, how the hell did Control get there? Then, on another case, PlayStation fans should be kind of pissed off for the fact of how the hell did Overwatch ever beat Uncharted 4 by the standards of what they're doing with this VGAs? Because clearly Overwatch was a more popular game and it had a good Metacritic score, but if you go by the standards of what they're doing now of trying to stay away from the shooters, then Uncharted 4 should have won that year. That's just me saying that. So, Pred, what do you think about this whole controversy? What do you think, is there a controversy in your eyes? What do you think about Death Stranding getting the most nominations than all of the games that's out that was nominated this year around?
First off, I'm getting some feedback from somebody. I don't know who that is. Second of all, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah. So I look at, before the I guess the announcements came out, who was getting nominated, whatever. Like, I remember I tweeted out, like, no game under 85 Metacritic has ever been nominated for Game of the Year since Jeff Keighley took over the VGAs, right? So I think Titanfall was like an 82 and 83-ish on one console and like an 86 on another one, so I averaged it out. But I think the way it came out was like 85 and above were all nominated. And this year we have, I think, 2 games that are under 85. And I don't want to say it's been a shitty year. I won't go that route. But I will say that it's a little suspect that this game makes it even in the mentions, considering that it's been so kind of up and down with the people who've actually played the game. Some people like it, some people hate it. I'm pretty sure it's sold halfway decent. It got an 83 Metacritic. So looking at the metric of just I'm talking about just Death Stranding right now.
Right.
Looking at the metrics of the game, and then you had to add in the fact that Kojima's been like hyping up Kojima since 2016, right?
You mean Keighley? Keighley was hyping up Kojima.
What did I say? Kojima was hyping up
Kojima. Hyping up Kojima.
Yeah. I mean, he has been hyping himself. Let's be honest, but
you're talking about Keighley. And I posted in our chat, like, this has been like, since 2016 when he got released from the other studio he was with, and he brought him on stage. Well, he didn't bring him on. He made this whole big ass announcement about him and why he wasn't there, and then every year after that, he was bringing him on stage for every single event that Jeff Keighley hosts. He's bringing Kojima on stage for whatever reason, all to the point that for 30 minutes he sat on stage with this motherfucker at the Game Awards show. Not just announcing the game, but showing himself on stage and hyping up Death Stranding. So, like, yeah, is there a conflict of interest? Definitely there is one there. Whether or not the game was good or not, even if it was a fucking 98 Metacritic, the fact that Jeff Keighley is in the game and has been hyping this guy up for the last 3 or 4 years, I think that's a bit much. I think that's a bit overkill. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be there again this year because he's going to receive his award or whatever. And Keighley's going to bring him on stage, even though he has nothing to announce. He's going to bring him on stage at some point in time during the Game Awards show, just because they're cool. Like, this dude damn near cried about this motherfucker on stage at one time. So like, it's going to happen. So like, I mean, like, if no one can at least take all that I just said into a box and say, okay, maybe there's a little bit there. You guys are like in a fucking closet somewhere by yourself. Like, he's got a lot of ties to this guy, and I understand that people are saying, well, we have this panel that Kojima's not Kojima, but Jeff Keighley and Phil's on it and stuff like that, and like they don't get to pick the nominees. But I get that, but it's still bullshit. Like, you gotta keep in mind he's got some kind of say so to some degree under the table. So there's some collusion there at some point in time in this whole fucking process where Keighley has some say so on what this is about. Now, to the snub, yes. Do I think Gears should have been nominated? It's kind of iffy. It would have been nice, for the Xbox fans to see that game nominated, but I don't particularly think it should have been. Now, there are other games on there that I think got snubbed. I thought like Link's Awakening, it scored like an 87 Metacritic. It should have been put in there. Star Wars didn't make it this year because the cutoff thing, which I guess for some weird reason happened to fall.
They pushed it back so Death Stranding could make it for the cutoff thing.
Yeah, even Luigi's Mansion, which I haven't played personally, but I've heard.
Not only did they push it.
We'll get to you. You wait your turn.
Like the worst.
Bloody. Let people talk.
All right.
Yes, go ahead, Pred.
No, I was just adding on to. I'll take the yell because I always get yelled at.
Yeah, go ahead, Brett.
There seems to be like a bunch of stuff going on with the dates, the times they pick the dates, and I don't have the specifics on that either. Mm-hmm. But there were other games I thought that should have been nominated. If Star Wars would have made it a week earlier, I would have thought that would have been in there. Link's Awakening. I mean, a lot of games from Nintendo, coincidentally, I think would have been nominated had they thought about it. But they went all the way back to 2018 and pulled it out of the woodworks and put it in there. Astral Chain, I've heard good things about that game. It wasn't nominated. And initially, I thought that maybe Link's didn't make the cutoff, but I heard that it did because it's got nominated for another award. So that should have been in there at some point. Like, there were games that I thought they had a chance. I don't know how many they can pick, but I think they picked the wrong ones, to be honest with you. I think there was like two games they could have pulled out, and maybe 2 or 3 games they could have put in.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, Bloody. Go ahead, man.
Well, what I was trying to say is that there's definitely a lot of issues with the nominations because, as he pointed out, one, Keeley has been talking about Kojima for the past 5 years with his new project, especially after he got fired and let go from Konami. And then he made a big deal about it when they said, well, Konami won't allow him to come get his Lifetime Achievement Award. Yes, sure. I was like, he should have got his Lifetime Achievement, right? But why are you going to take the time to stop the show and say, well, we can't do this here because of this reason? That was during the whole fuck Konami movement, right? And everything else. They earned that for a lot of other reasons before just what happened with Kojima, but that really kind of set the community off because of his fans. The fact is, he still brought him out basically every year after that because at that point Kojima was independent and let him really talk about what he wanted to do next. Then he announced that he was doing a new project independent after restarting Kojima Productions with Sony, and then we started getting whispers about what Death Stranding was going to be. He kept talking about it very vaguely and leaving it up to the imagination before he started showing more cutscenes and everything, before he finally showed it off. But every time it was always a lot of time. And it's a bit out there because of the fact that when you look at the advisory board, right, Kojima is seen as one of the founders of the Video Game Awards. And you're also talking to the guy who produces the show and is a host for the show who wanted to do this and got people to come out on the show to really set up and make it a legitimate industry thing, right? And there was times where people were just like, well, VGAs might actually become more legitimate now. Well, when you have one of your own people, one of your own advisory board, who creates games himself, also have an aspect of being able to vote on said game himself, that is not good look. Especially when you're the host and it's your show and your project, and you're also involved in said project. Jeff Keighley's in the game. We knew about it when he announced it. But we knew that he was going to talk about it, whether he was or not. But when you actually see him, that's not a lot of a good look. A lot of people pointed out, well, Phil Spencer's on the advisory board. Yes, but he doesn't make games himself. His studios underneath him do, but he doesn't do it himself. That's like if Rod Ferguson was on the board and said, hey, everyone needs to vote for Gears because it absolutely deserves it. That would be a suspect look because Rod Ferguson is the lead producer and head of Coalition and doing everything with Gears. That would not be a good look. Kojima having an absolute say on his own project amongst others is not a good thing. That's iffy. There are games that got snubbed. Do I feel like Gears 5 was a great contender? Yes, but as Pred pointed out, there were other great games throughout the year. As like that did come out from others. Like he brought up a good point. Link's Awakening was a great game, and a lot of people who were able to play that. I honestly feel like Fire Emblem Three Houses was a phenomenally well done story. Was a lot more accessible for people who aren't used to turn-based strategy games, and was so highly praised and received by people who've never known what a Fire Emblem game was. More so than they did when they released the Fire Emblem on mobile devices. Fire Emblem Three Houses absolutely deserved it. There were many other games that got higher awards and got higher scored, right? Not just by critics, but also by the community that felt like those games should have gotten more. Half the nominations that Death Stranding received doesn't make sense for some of what it was. It got nominated for, obviously, Game of the Year, and we know how we feel about that. It also got nominated for Best Action Adventure. If you read some of the categories that this game was nominated for, it doesn't make sense.
No, it got 8 nominations. It got 8 to 9 nominations.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying if you look at the categories that it was nominated for, it doesn't make sense.
No.
It got nominated for Best Action Adventure Game. If you look at what they describe as an action adventure game, it is a game that excels in combat, traversal, and puzzles within the gameplay. It does not have anything that is unique about its combat. It's very finicky. The traversal, you're walking. I can do that in any game. There is no puzzles in that game. Link's Awakening has more puzzles and combat and traversal. Sekiro had more puzzles, combat, and traversal. Even Resident Evil Remake had more combat, traversal, and puzzles, because Resident Evil always has puzzles. Those make sense for that category. Death Stranding does not.
Got more goddamn combat, didn't
But,
yes.
But anyway, Sir X-Man, he's in the chat again, said I think he Keely is dry rubbing Kojima down low. Whoa, okay.
Ooh,
whoa.
yes,
whoa.
I agree.
Hey man, you said you was at work. Are you sure you ain't drinking on the job? Lord have mercy.
I mean, I will be.
Live would do it. Live would do it. Live will make people do it, man. Live went left, and then so here everybody else. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
But I feel like there are games that got absolutely snubbed for what this game did that it didn't deserve. And with Control getting it, Control was just as polarizing as Death Stranding was. A lot of the Xbox fans absolutely loved what we got with Quantum Break, but that game was not highly rated. It was not massively loved, and it was kind of treated as if it shouldn't exist. Remedy got a lot of that after they started doing exclusive content after Max Payne 2 when they first made Alan Wake, and then what they did with Quantum Break. So why is it that Control suddenly is able to break the mold of everything that they've done before? Because it's the same thing that we've seen before.
And the fact that the game didn't sell and the rating wasn't high. So it has a lower score than Death Stranding.
So it's like, how did this game qualify as a game of the year, coming based on their own predecessors, based on their own history, when it's very similar to everything that they've done? They just improved.
They put that game in there so Death Stranding got an easy win. Fact.
Hang on. I was like, I understand where you're coming from, and you can make that during your point. This is just my opinion on it. There's a lot of things about this year's VGAs that are absolutely just completely unregarded and completely bad. It's very suspect in every case or point. It's not right. I was like, a lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense. I was like, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that it is a little weird. I mean, just listen to what so far from what you and Pred said right off the bat. I mean, people's, I don't know. We'll keep listening to everybody else. 108. What is your stance on this, man? What do you think about the VGAs?
First of all, I think the VGAs is full of shit.
Oh, okay.
It's all about that money. You got somebody that this is his brand, okay? He got more esports nominees than goddamn games. Okay? He's vested in a game that really is ridiculed, not supported, as I showed y'all. It's bias. That's exactly what it is. And it's definitely something behind it. We know the game is not that good. We gotta pay the bills. I'll go back to that. Okay. This X-Men about to give us his whole check. That's what I'm talking about, senior citizen. Get it done. Get it done. Wheelchair fully charged. He got the Tesla wheelchair.
He ain't gonna have no money for no Geritol later on. Come on,
you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna have no money to spend on his Depends.
Appreciate it, Sir X-Man. Really do. Man.
Oh shit, he said Depends.
He said Game Pass to get console app of the year. Woo!
Yeah,
but it's like what I'm saying, man. Listen,
what the hell you doing in there?
I don't know, but they need to stop while I'm talking. But anyway, it's like politics, man. No matter how much you think your politician is the truth, there's always something behind it. And when Jeff Keighley goes out, we're in for a. First of all, when you say something like I say, you got to watch what you say because it definitely reflects your intelligence and it reflects your opinion on realness. Jeff Keighley went out on a limb and said we're gonna be setting for a fantastical journey. Now the game comes out, ain't nobody feels like that. So now it looks like you just on a hype train to promote something that you got a check from, that who you love, and this is your man. You understand what I'm saying? So how can you take this dude seriously? Now, me and my boy K Mega has been paying attention to Twitter, and dudes have, listen, I started a revolution. Early in the morning, I saw the nominees. I called K Mega, did you see this? Twitter was quiet. Right or wrong, K Mega?
Twitter was quiet at the time.
It was quiet, and I lit it up. Everybody making memes. Oh, you're a hater. This has nothing to do with Xbox versus PlayStation. This goes from good game to bad game. And these nominees for these games look suspect. Why would you pick Control to be Game of the Year? First of all, it flopped. So who would think that would be a Game of the Year? If people didn't want it, people didn't buy it. Forget creative direction, forget what they thought the game should be. It's not selling. So many people are not fond of the game. So how could that be Game of the Year without the backing of the people? Let me throw my little BS in there. This is why Runaway Dragons, I got certain guests. We're doing our own game show, our own Game Award show. I got people coming through. I'm putting a poll on Twitter. I need y'all to follow me at Twitter, and your vote matter. This is what it's supposed to be about. It's about the gamers. These dudes are getting checks, and they're cashing them, and they're putting games that they want to be in. How is Gears the fully loaded single player, multiplayer, great story, Call of Duty, great story, multiplayer, tons of content coming? How are those two games not nominated for Game of the Year, but you got a game that came out a month after one of them, almost 2 months, not nominated for Game of the Year? Didn't people, when the game was reviewed, this story in Gears is amazing. Yep. This is the best in the series. The full package of multiplayer. There's never been a game to give you that much for $65, but it's not nominated for Game of the Year. You got a game that flopped like Control in that category. The eyebrows are raised. The eyebrows are raised. Hold on, let me finish, buddy. No, hold on, let me finish. Then you got my man, Hip Hop Gamer. Shout out to my New York brethren. Play Heat. You cut him, he bleed. Navy blue, sky blue, blue on blue, blue, purple. He gets on his channel. This is blasphemy. I can't believe these nominations. He starts naming off games. And it's about the games. It's not about the console you support. It's about where they going with this. Now, we all know this is opinionated, right? It's opinionated. But where are they going with this? It's no credibility. If it's about checks, then it's about checks. But don't try to make it, I'm going to let the people vote, but you're still going to make your own goddamn decisions anyway. That's why at Runaway Dragons, I'm putting a poll on Twitter. And I'm putting Death Stranding in for Game of the Year. I got Gears. I got Modern Warfare. I got a special Japanese situation for Japanese games. I got a remake situation for Lynx and Resident Evil. That's how it's supposed to be. You don't take a racing game and put it in the sports category against 2K and Madden. This is what they're doing.
They didn't even put 2K and Madden in there this year.
Yeah, facts. And they got Gears and Call of Duty in the sound effect department, like they didn't have a rest of a game. Oh, now them games are only worth for audio. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's a slap in the face.
It is. It is. What you gonna say quickly, Bloody?
Yeah. No, I wanted to add on to what I was trying to say earlier when Pred brought it up about how they pushed back their decision, right? And how Star Wars got snubbed. Absolutely. I believe wholeheartedly that Star Wars got snubbed. And what was funny about that is that they said that, well, the game came out during the deadline and that the advisory board could have requested more time to play that game if they wanted to, but no one did. So what they're saying is that it came out at the very end of the deadline, but no one wanted to take more time because they already pushed it back for Death Stranding, which was a week before the deadline, and they pushed it back another week. So that game was out for 2 weeks, and you're telling me that it outdid every other game that's been out for months on end. But you couldn't take an extra few days for Star Wars. So now, hang on. Because Star Wars came out at the end of this deadline, but isn't nominated for this year, that means it also can't get any recognition next year.
No.
So Star Wars completely got knocked out of the way.
It's going to be dead in the water.
Yeah.
You're bloody.
Yep.
Bloody. My brother from another mother. What's a better game? Star Wars or Death Stranding?
Star Wars.
Stupid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to say earlier. That's what I wanted to add to.
Okay. I know that's the point, but I'm saying, like, let's be real here.
Oh yeah, no. I was like, well, for me, I'm also a little bit biased because of the fact that it's Dark Souls style, right? But Star Wars itself is a good story. It's a good game, and it actually offers something that anyone can get into.
Right.
Death Stranding
The game
does
is
not.
excellent. The game is excellent.
Yeah,
I watched Don streaming.
So
I had to stop.
We got more people, and we still got a couple of more
My
topics so
bad,
we can
my
get
bad.
out of here, right? So, all right. No more interruptions, buddy, please. Thank you. 100, you still there?
Yeah.
I know. No, Bloody's long-winded. Bless his soul. Love him to death, though. We got I know, Fred. So I was just saying. What is your thoughts about the VGAs, man? Do you think this is bullshit? Do you think what do you
damn
think?
VGAs? Hell with the VGAs. They all.
Are you going to watch them?
Hell no, I ain't watched them damn things in 2 years.
Oh shit! Why not?
I don't give a damn about Jeff Keighley. Thing about it, the thing is not even official. You know what I'm saying?
It's opinionated.
It's not even official. You know what? This is not like no Emmys. This is not
Don't say the
like,
Grammys because that's rigged too.
Oh shit! I gotta pay the bill.
I don't,
sorry,
I don't
100.
watch them either.
Sorry, 100. I gotta pay the
care
bills.
about that. I'll put this way.
Hold on. I gotta pay the bills.
It's not a government. It's not a government body. They was some real dude. Me and 108 talk about. They was on some real gangster.
But they not. That's why we doing what we doing, right?
Hardcore shit. You know what? You get the best. You figure you get a board that say, "Hey, this is the best Nintendo game." You get the best PC game, the best. You think that's the best PlayStation game, the best Xbox game, and the best multi-plat and the best mobile game, and let them go head to head. That's what I knew back in the day when I used to look at Nintendo Power. I mean at Game Pro.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
That's true. Let me pay the bills and I'll let you finish. I'm sorry, but Sir X-Man back in the chat again, bro.
God
thank you
damn,
so much.
You must be rich. You hit the lotto this week,
man. Thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, man. He's doing this. Man, he's doing his Xbox tonight, man.
Buying
I feel like
games,
I'm on
donate to the podcast. We might
man,
have to give him a
that's
spot.
That's my bro right there, man.
Give you a
Shit.
spot.
Anyway, he's stupid. 105. It's 105 million Sony players don't buy no games. Facts. Hey, man. Sir X-Man's on one tonight, bruh. He's letting it all out. Go ahead and let it out, bro. Let it out. Let the money flow. Slick Slayer. He said it's a game industry circle jerk, which it is. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. So go ahead, 100. I'm sorry, man. I just seen it when I was scrolling down. I was like, oh shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, but man, I put this way, man. That shit is a joke. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? As gamers, we don't need to watch it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like how a gaming company doing something, don't go purchase their games. Don't support it. Don't even talk about it. I told people that's the last time I was talking. I'm appalled with myself that I'm still talking about this because I said I wasn't going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? No more in my life. Because you know what I'm saying? I don't care if people sit there, oh, you a bot, you mad because Gears of War wasn't in it. No, I really don't give two fucks. Because it's IGN has Game Awards, GameSpot, like you say, 108 have Game Awards. Everybody else have Game Awards. They're not the end all. They just have somewhere to have a platform that can host to a lot of different people in the world. That's all they got. Name shit. I tell Jeff Kennedy in his face, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And because it's not, and people that sit there and they harp about it, I put this way out. I think me and Mega get messed with every goddamn day of the week, even on Sunday.
You and include live into that too.
Yeah, and we don't even be bothering nobody. Like, what? I'm not mad, but you know, to be fair, if you want to talk about this subject, is you supposed to be subjective and have you talking about you got these people on your council, whatever, development board, whatever. I call bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm straight calling bullshit, and I can't respect it, so I won't support it. I won't stream it. I won't talk about it. You won't see it on 100 channel. 100 might bag on it after the end of the show or something, because that's what I do. But I'm gonna clown. But other than that, I don't care. I don't when I'm gonna watch it. I think, you know what? I got a perfect example. Say, well, I'm gonna do this. Doing that show, we can have a damn Madden tournament. Let's go.
Ooh.
Let's go.
I'm with that.
We have a Madden tournament.
That sounds like fun.
Get down on Madden. Let's go. We're gonna have a Madden tournament. 108 can have a 2K tournament, and we can show.
I'll join Madden. I'll have it by then.
Yeah, so we can go do that and have some big fun, and we ain't got to worry about the rhetoric. Anybody want to come in and get your ass whooped? You know what I'm saying? Make it up on me about a couple of games right now, but that shit finna stop because I already got me a cold little steam.
I'll take it
with
out.
The
Don't
mighty,
worry about that. Jalen Ramsey will take care of that. Anyway.
The mighty Oakland Raiders. But that's what, you know what I'm saying? We got to quit supporting that stuff. The more that we support it and we talk about it, it's still giving them some type of energy.
Right.
And that's why I said, I'm not going to say nothing about it no more. I'm not going to say, if he do the same shit last year. And like I said, I put on there, why y'all surprised? How in the hell did he get? This is the crazy, this is the juggler, this is the laugher. How that game gets in every category but a damn racer. I'm surprised it ain't in a racer. He ain't put it in because you drive a race car while you're delivering a package.
Oh, yeah, best sports category. Well, it's not in the esports categories, but of course, it can't be. Yeah, it can't be.
It's no multiplayer.
It should be an esport. All that walking you doing.
Oh shit.
Oh, that piggybacking. Ain't that an esport?
No, esport is it's the people that's playing those games online. Yeah, the competitive.
Bloody ain't an esport. Cause you said you played that game for what, like 10 hours? You need your money back, dog.
No, he need those 10 hours back in his life.
He put more. He put way more than. He said he played it for 10 hours at one time. I know. I sat there and watched him play it for about 4.5.
Yeah. No, it was 10 hours in one stream. Yeah,
10 hours in one stream.
Bloody will tell you. I'll come in there and I'll stay in the stream. I couldn't stay more than 20 minutes. I was this shit is trash.
Yourself to 10 hours a day.
Because
now I'm gonna keep it a buck. Live.
I'm doing it for the people.
Live is the opposite of me. He the East Coast of me. You know what I'm saying? We should we should mix names. You know what I'm saying? 100 Live and Live 100. Because we the damn near the same beast. He tried. He tried his hardest. And every time I said, "What's going on?" "I want to sleep, man." I said, "Damn, it's early. This shit keep putting me to sleep." He tried. He made the attempt, but he made the attempt to beat the game.
But hang on, I know, and I'm doing the same thing, but I'm doing everything so that way.
Talk to him about it, like, what's the game about? What's the story? Think about it. People think that we just go into straight hate mode. No, we asked him because I wanted to know his experience. I know I do. I'm asking, what's the game about? Why are you delivering packages? This and that. I didn't want to go on YouTube to watch another YouTuber. I already got a YouTuber that I hang out with every day. So let me ask him. So if I can't get the straight story from him, and this man got some degrees under his belt, and these other people don't. I don't know no more. But
and that's what I'm saying. It's like the reason I'm able to do that for so long is because one, luckily for me, I have a great community who likes to come out and watch, and they're supportive. And I'm doing as much as I can to make it easy for them. So I'm saving other people's wallets, and I have great people who are there with me.
Lives.
He said wallets.
No, you ruined their lives.
Wallets.
Oh, you should have cut it off.
Oh man. Okay, we're going left. All right.
We're
going left.
Done.
Gentlemen. All right. Look, we still got.
You done? No, you done. You done.
Yeah. We going. Okay, live. What did you think about the VGAs, man?
Come at me like that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Control, I'll start with them. I like the game. Shouldn't be in there. It shouldn't. It's not high enough quality for it to. I mean, one is, you already know what the scores are, but
right.
Even with that's not even being considered. Bro, Control is cool and the gameplay is dope. Don't get me wrong. That's where it shines. But its story is worse than Death Stranding's. I mean, it is like the acting is worse because that bitch got a stone face. She don't got no emotion. She be like, killed my brother. I lost my brother. I got no family. She like the Kawhi Leonard of fucking actresses.
Oh damn, that's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
But like the thing about the Control is what's happening is interesting, but it's not necessarily how. Like if you don't really dive deep into the lore and the books and all that shit, like just by face value what they're presenting, is not all that interesting. That's why I was like, nah, not game of the year. It's good, but it's just not great. Score and yeah, 80 whatever, 81. That's fine, but it's just not. It's not that next level, So I wouldn't put it up there. It's better than Death Stranding, but it's not. It had a lot of technical issues too, so yeah. Death Stranding, obviously that shouldn't be in there, but it's in there because of his boy, so it is what it is. Everything else is fine. I just feel that Luigi's Mansion, kind of a snub. What is that, like an 87 or something? Mm-hmm. Some people could say Devil May Cry, because I think this has a high score too. I would say Metro Exodus. To me, that's better than Control and fucking Death Stranding.
Yeah,
and that's not even being talked about.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, I don't even think they put that in. I don't think it's in
no category.
I think it got one category. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a dope ass game, and its DLC is great too. So like, but yeah, Metro Exodus is way better than both Control and Days Gone. So it definitely should be in there. I would have thought Gears would have got a nod because it's the most complete game that there is.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I don't know. It's hard to say, man, because shit. Like one year you'd be like, you know what? I think they're only focused on story-driven games. So this is why a game like Gears wouldn't win. But then Overwatch will win or some shit, and you'd be like, well, that has nothing. It's just fucking multiplayer. So how the fuck did they even get nominated? Motherfucking PUBG was nominated one year, and that shit was just a fucking mode.
Nah, but the game is dope. Let's not discredit what the game provides for the community.
No, PUBG was dope, but it's just a mode, Like, to be game of the year, I would think it would have to be a complete game to be game of the year. But I think that was what the argument was last year. So that was controversial too, but it was super popular. So, and I don't think Death Stranding's popular. I think it's infamous. So I don't know if that's what got it. It's not. To be honest, bro, I don't know why the fuck Control's up there. That shit's not popular or infamous. I don't know. It's a good game. It has a cult following, and people that played it loved it. But it's not like nobody that played it, even those that really enjoyed it, are going to be like, that should be game of the year. They think, oh, it's a good game, you should play it. Like, Control is like the Mafia 3 or the Mad Max type game. It's good.
All right, Pred. Man, good, man. Go ahead and do your sign outs, man, while you're getting ready to get out of here, man. Appreciate you being on, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Pred.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking late. So I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. So I'm out. I'll see y'all next week. Hopefully next week. Maybe if I'm on the show. But definitely see you guys Saturday, next podcast. And make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Predator _H2OS.
Yeah, man. Anytime you want to come on the show, man, just hop on, man. You ain't even got to ask. All right, bro.
Later.
You can find you a second home here if you want to, man. No big deal. All right, man. Holla at you. Go ahead, live.
Yeah. So, and now I'm thinking. I think everything else on the other shit just repeats. I mean, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, who's the best gamer and game caster and all that shit. I don't give a shit about none of that shit. Yeah. So I'm gonna be falling asleep during that, and we just gonna be taking shots and seeing who's gonna be the first motherfucker to say something crazy on Twitter. I don't know, but you know,
yeah,
like the Game Awards is like, other than the trailers, bro, that's the only reason why people watch this shit.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, like I'm gonna watch it for the fact of, I mean, I can watch it and whoop 100's ass in Madden. That's no big deal. So I can go ahead. I can go ahead and see what's the reveals, because I'm thinking that they're gonna show something from Halo.
That shit's like high school though, on some real shit. It's like like high school superlatives, dog. Like, I remember when I was in high school. Now I'm 6'6". The motherfucker won the tallest person in school. Dude was 6'2". Mind you, I'm not even the tallest person in school. There's a dude that was 6'10". And I'm sitting there like, how the fuck the 6'10" motherfucker? And they put the motherfucker in the yearbook next to the shortest person. So I'm like, all right, so you got a 6'2" dude here saying he's the tallest person in school. Then you got the shortest person. But then in the page over, you have this motherfucker like in drama class that's 6'10". Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, this shit don't make no sense. And that's where this shit just gets crazy with me, with like some of this shit with the Game Awards. It's like, bro, are y'all picking motherfuckers because you cool with such and such? Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. This is what it kind of seems like.
You don't even got Gears of War on multiplayer. You got fucking Tetris. Motherfucker, you don't need to play Tetris with multiplayer. Fuck out of here, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I can't disagree with anything you said. I mean, I can't say Sir X Man in the chat again, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. He says, I want an NBA Jam tournament. Yes, I wouldn't mind playing NBA Jam. I miss NBA Jam, actually.
Yeah, shit hardcore.
Yeah. So, all right. Oh, look who popped in here. Look, now Pred goes, and look who pops in here.
Yeah, I gotta get you guys covered, right?
Yes, got to keep us covered. All right, what's up, Don? We on the
came back from a wild party. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You came back from a wild party at Starbucks. We don't believe you.
No, he came from that wild ass party out there at Crossfire, because that was a crazy.
I was out of that pretty quickly.
Was you? Because I didn't get a chance because I was over here trying to prep up. So, but I saw he was in there.
It was way too many big personalities all in one place, man. So, and I had to go to that party, and then I'm like, hey, I'm back before GRG's done. So
right? Yeah, I was trying to get there. Then Bloody popped in there and wanted to be long, and then but it's all right. We got a last two, and the one is going to be pretty quick. I just want to hear what people think about Stadia, but I do want to say this. Delilah in the chat. Appreciate it, Delilah. What's going on?
Yo, that's not enough. You got it.
She said,
What, you got some bills there?
Dragons?
What's going on, man?
She said, I hope Op relayed my message. I miss all of you, and I hope to see you all again at E3. Grown Women Gaming, no doubt. Now, Delilah, you and the ladies have anytime y'all want to come on GRG, talk, cut it up, and all that, man, there's no doubt. We definitely miss y'all. Of course, hate the way the situation went down with all that crazy bullshit drama that
fake drama wasn't even real. Let's keep it official.
No, we always got love for you, and you know what I'm saying. And you were just a part of GRG, just like anybody else was. That was the start, and who's going to be here today or who's going to be tomorrow, man. We definitely got much love for you. So we definitely miss y'all too. So thank you very much. And also,
that's your Kodak moment of the day for GRG. That's it.
let me do the same.
Hey, the world needs to apologize. K Mega finna come with this subject. I don't even want to talk about it. He needs to apologize to 100 to the whole wide world.
Oh, okay, all right. But first,
let me do
this. Let me just.
He's talking about. I ain't gonna even talk about.
We started the show.
I'm keep on playing KOF. 2002.
Okay. We started the show late.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to go about another 15, 20 minutes, and then we're gonna be done.
You gotta apologize to me too.
Let me say this. Come on, man. Let me give my segue, man. Give a shout out to the ladies out there. People out here that's listening tonight, go and check out Grown Women Gaming. Go check it out. It's every Saturday. In my time, around 11. I'm Central time.
11:30.
Yes, like 11:30 my time, Central time. I don't know what time it is would be for Lemon or for like.
I'm an hour ahead of you.
I know you're an hour ahead of me, but I'm saying.
So do the math.
Listen. No, you're an hour after me.
No, I'm not. I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. That's right, you are. Okay. And then West Coast is 2 hours ahead of me. So regardless of that, whatever. So figure it out. But anyway, so go check out the Grown Women Gaming. They will be on tomorrow morning. I'm sure that they're going to talk about this as well. I'm sure Sharice and El Boogie will be messy about it. Delilah will be professional. And we don't know what the wild card over there, which is Lady Infamous, what she will be like tomorrow. So
you know what she gonna do, cuz?
Shout out to the ladies. We got to do some gaming here pretty soon. Anyway, so Don, let me go to you right off the bat, man. What is your thoughts about the whole VGA situation, man? I mean, is it something where you think that it's?
I've already checked out of that, man.
Really?
I just want to run that show the way they run it. Fine. Like, I'm not going to complain about it anymore. Like, it's very clear to me they want to do their own thing at this point, and they don't want to fairly represent gaming as a whole. And I know people are going to kind of leverages one platform thing over another platform thing, and it's not even about that, to be totally honest with you. It's just about recognizing good games, and putting games against one another that shouldn't belong against one another, things like that. I don't think it's a fair representation of basically what the audiences are looking for, what gamers are looking for. Does that make sense?
No.
And until then, I'm not going to give it, my time of day. I mean, I've been to the VGAs and stuff like that, and it's a little bit different in my shoes, and being with peers and celebrating, just being recognized and that sort of thing. And I think that's a little bit different. But to everybody on the other side, it just looks like you don't know where they're coming from. Like that, and it's not just this year. I mean, it's like 3 or 4 years in a row of it. And so I just, what is there for me? I mean, outside of the trailers, like, there's nothing really there for me. And that's what it really comes right down to. So
no, I can agree with that. So what I'm going to say is this: I personally, I'm disappointed. I think Gears definitely should be nominated for Game of the Year. It's up there with other games like Outer Worlds. I mean, it's in the same type of ranking. I mean, I love games from Remedy, so I'm happy that they got some nominations. But I have to agree with Livewire and everybody else. I think that's really odd to put that game as a Game of the Year. It seemed like that they just wanted to slide a couple of other games for whatever purpose that they wanted to do it, and I think that's wrong, because Gears is the most complete game this generation. I'm sorry, this year. I'm not just generation. I'm sorry, but
I mean, you guys can kind of know what to expect though, because a lot of this is determined by media outlets,
right?
And so, it goes to a bigger question: is the media outlets out of touch with the gamers and what they find interesting? And I would say at this point, I kind of think they are.
Yeah, they're out of touch. They do have a thing. They definitely want to try to eliminate the whole bro shooter aspect of games. Like, and those are still some of the most popular, if not the popular genre in gaming right now. So I mean,
Call of Duty has they say it's one of the best so far, like, as far as sales and stuff like that. And every time you think you count it out, it does better. And like, I don't know, like, yes, it's a popular genre. And if I get it, if you're really not into those genres, I get it. But there's a reason why they keep getting made, and it shouldn't be discredited. Same thing with sports titles. Like,
right.
And I think a lot of people, like the Maddens and NBA 2K, and I always kind of joke around. I play sports. I don't, I don't play games versions of sports, but at the end of the day, I know how much work that goes into those titles, and you only have a year to get it done. So like the fact that those people don't get recognized, and the fact that how hard they work to get those products in on a yearly basis is just, I think that sort of stuff is a crime too. There's so much about it. Like, it's not fair representation of everything. Like, I just really wish, it should be an opportunity that brings gamers and development community together. And let's be honest, like, the media outlet, they're just a marketing tool. You're on the outside looking in. You're just as much as an outside looking in, probably more so than the people that buy the games, because at least they spent them hard money to get the games in the first place. So I don't know. I just feel a certain way about it, and I don't know. I'm just disappointed every year.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. Right on, bro. Sir X-Man in the chat says it's times like this where you miss G4, right, Lemon? Hey, man, I do miss G4 media. I do. Now, before we get to talking about, and we can be brief about Stadia, because I really want to talk about our very last topic, which is about PlayStation's 2019 year. This is what I'm disappointed about mostly, because there's been the big comeback from some of these people is like, well, it's been all these 2019 was a shit year. That's why Death Stranding is there. That's why Control is there. That's really disrespectful to a lot of great games that came out in 2019. Now, 2018 was really heavy on some big hitter games, but 2018, when you look at compare 2018's games to 2019's games, 2019 has a better lineup of games overall. And when you don't have more nominations for A Plague's Tale or for a game like, something like those, I can't think of the name of those games right now. Come on, let it come to me. The Bloodstains, those two games, the Rituals, the Bloodstained Rituals or whatever.
Yeah.
Those games are good. What are you talking about? Like
you're talking about Bloodstained Ritual the Night.
Yeah, like what the hell? Why is those games like that? And also what Bloody was saying about Fire Emblem. And for
Fire Emblem, Three Houses.
Yeah,
Sekiro was really good too. Well, I was like, despite how some people feel about it, it was still a really great game.
Yeah, Sekiro is a great game, but it's also nominated. Like, that's what I'm saying. Gears 5 it should have more nominations in my opinion. It should definitely be up there as Game of the Year. It should have it has I think 2 or 3 nominations. It should at least.
Gears only has 2. It's sound design and best action game.
Actress. They had
actress, because it had for Kate Diaz's actor.
Right. So yes, 3. It should be in there for 1 more, and that's Game of the Year in my opinion.
I would say it should have also been nominated for multiplayer.
Oh well, yeah, that's right. True. So 5. And then like what I'm saying, and then also a game that if you're gonna put games that didn't sell well or didn't have a high Metacritic, things like that, then like Control and stuff like that, then why the hell would you not put Astral Chain out? Like that one thing was just thrown to the Nintendo to just make Nintendo fans to say shut up. You're gonna at least win something with that whole family.
Is Smash Brothers Ultimate nominated in anything? And it came out last year.
Listen. This is the thing.
It met the cut line, but like it's weird. Other games that like they're in that same range, they just get forgotten about for whatever reason. That one
got snubbed for all 3 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, all three entries. So I don't get it. Like it's just so butt ass backwards. And it's like what you said, Dom, with the sports games and the racers. There was some good racers out there that came out. They didn't talk about Grid. They didn't bring out Need for Speed. You know what I'm saying? Like
all those games should be recognized. Even like if Forza just wins it every year, which unfortunately I think that's what it's going to end up being, just because that's how good Forza is. These days, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, if you're into racers, you should, you know, that brings attention to those games. Like, you know, Grid, or they may get overshadowed by something else, or Need for Speed. Like people may have checked out for a while. Just like, oh, it was a runner up. Maybe it was a good one. Maybe it's something I should check out. Yeah. You know, and it's I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, I've lost hope. I just really have lost hope in them, and I just don't know what else we can do.
I think it was only one nomination for Borderlands 3.
I know what we could do.
That's ridiculous.
Come to 108 Dragons and see a real list. We're going to put that list out there. We're going to let the people on Twitter vote, and your voice will speak.
Yeah.
You know what? How about this? I will actually model an actual award. I'll get something 3D printed, and we'll have someone take that 3D print, and we'll actually create a casting, and we'll give out actual awards. Let's do that.
You're late. I'm already on that.
You already got someone doing the.
I got you.
As long as it's on some reused Karate Kid trophy, I guess that's cool.
Okay. Anyway, all right. Now, Don, you going left? Let's go. All right. So, yeah.
It's too long, man. It man.
It is.
All good humor, man.
And Lemon, shut the hell up. You eating? You know how I feel about that. Anyway,
you love when I eat. It ain't like you don't miss a meal.
Oh man,
that's why your lady loves them big men. Anyway, so
did that man just make fun of your lunch muscle?
He did make fun of my lunch muscle. But let's talk about, and this is real quick. Stadia, it launched. Anybody can jump in and say what they want to. Make it brief. What did y'all think? Did it meet expectations?
I want you to answer. No. Let K Mega answer.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna mute your ass. You said,
people know what I said.
I don't know what you said. What'd you say?
K Mega's going
What'd
first.
you say,
You're
Wimpy?
going first.
What'd you say, Wimpy?
Lemon over here eating Subway.
I know he over there eating Subway.
Sandwich.
He ate a $5 foot long. Anyway,
no. Hey, Mega, you answer the question because we know the answer.
Okay,
you answer it.
All right. Well, first, before we do that, Sir X-Man in the chat going hard in the paint. This boy. All right. He's saying, how funny would it be if Black Friday came and it was still the lowest selling game after the discount on Black Friday? All I can say is, wow. He must be talking about Death Stranding. It's a possibility, man. It just ain't one of those games. Oh, yeah, and then he comes back and he says, I was talking about Death Stranding. Yes, it's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. So what's up, Yobi? Anyway, I'll answer this.
You need to.
I will. Okay, so
you're the biggest advocate.
I am an advocate for the Stadia, and Stadia did not meet expectations. But I also said is that this is a marathon. This isn't a race, gentlemen. Stadia isn't. Yes, did Stadia live up to the potential? Hell no, it didn't.
Hell no.
No. You ain't getting away with this one.
Hey.
I've been sitting here in the back. I'm over here playing fight games. No, you sit there. Brad said this, and we live. We tried to tell you how Google does this thing, and I love the hell out of Google. I said, you're going to have to sit on your platform and apologize to all of us because we know it ain't ready.
Stadia just came out today.
No, Xcloud came out 2 weeks ago. I don't want to hear this.
Nope.
I don't want to hear this.
Stadia came out with 12 games.
I thought it officially came out this week.
Bend it, Mega.
Man, let the man speak. God.
No, we gonna do it. We gonna do it, King David, right now. You gonna give up your knees.
We had to take abuse talking about Google's money.
We got no. We doing this right. We gonna take his 6 foot tall ass and bring him down to 4 feet because we taking them goddamn knees.
I'm 6'4", motherfucker. You better get my height right.
You're about to lose 2 feet if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, word! So I'm gonna get it from the highs and lows, huh? Is that what y'all telling me?
Yes, you are. Stadia, I've been saying from the get-go, Stadia was hyping up to be a false lie, and it's not going to live up. I've been saying that. Everyone said, "Nah, bloody tripping." And what happened? I was right.
Wait, hold on. You was not right. You're not the only one was right. We all got on K-Mega.
Oh yeah, we did.
Don't try to make it like you like super genius. Goddamn fake ass Bill Gates.
If
fake ass Bill Gates. Listen, I can't jump like Bill Gates.
When I say something that's usually future proof. Whatever happens within that range when it comes out for maybe whatever that couple of months or something like that, I always look like I'm wrong. But
can I say something?
So listen. I'll take this L. I'll take it right now.
You got no
choice.
What the fuck you mean? I got all types of choices because
you got zero choice because
Google is still here. It's still
no, they did.
How long?
Folded. Y'all said it's gonna fold. I'm saying it's
okay, but guess what? You said I'm day 1. It's on like day 5. What you doing?
Oh, I ain't got that shit. I had to get no, I can't do that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, you ain't got that.
I'm day 1.
I got wedding to pay for. I can't do that.
You was sitting there and go rebuy games that you already own.
I got
on your
3
console.
To pay for. I'm gonna still get it. I'm still gonna get it.
You better not.
I'm still gonna support it.
Why would you do that to yourself? See,
Mega, that's like throwing. That's literally like taking that money and lighting it on fire in your hand and watching it burn.
No, that's like buying strands for your family members at Christmas. That means you don't give 2 shits about them.
Listen, this is garbage. Listen, I will not be taken down like this.
You can get taken down.
You got my back, don't you? You got my back. You got my back, don't you?
Yeah.
See,
you proud of us. They had 12 games. What is that? 8 out of the 12 that you can play on your own consoles natively.
We got to pay the bills, and I want K-Mega to read this.
I'm not reading that shit. You read it.
Shout out to my boy, Six Slayer. Stadia flopped harder than the haters expected.
Oh my God! Okay, listen.
And I'm a Google guy.
I will do this.
Everything, and you sit there and said 100.
I will not give up both knees.
Mega, this is a straight up setup, man.
You said
no. He set himself up, Don. That boy,
Fred went on the next podcast and said that I said I played it at work and I played it at home.
The first thing you said is like, no, I want to hear K-Mega go first, and then you guys jumped him.
Ain't no fair fight here. Ain't no fair fight
all week. We've been fighting this all week.
Damn it! But listen.
Man, you guys are aiming high and swinging low. Man, what the hell is this?
I'm a bend over. I'm saying this. 100 gonna push him over, and Livewire gonna drop kick him while he's down on the floor.
Let's make a bet right now, suckers. Let's make a bet right now.
You know my name, Money on the Wood. Let's go.
Money on the Wood.
Let's make a bet on this, right? Okay, I got it right here. So. Stadia still here at this time next year.
That's not a real bet. That's still the preliminary phase. Man, if you don't get your ass out of here with your false profit,
let me
get your ass out of here.
Oh man, see, he's already copped out. So me and you, 100, let's go. Me and you.
No, they why Google keeps.
How about they still here next year successfully?
Google kills off so many of their projects. It might be still around too. Look, I love Google. Hang on. I love Google Plus. That was my alternative with Facebook. I don't do Facebook.
Live agrees with me. Live knows what this is about. No, but it's just like with the whole Xcloud thing. Xcloud is the best shit ever right now. But the fact of it is, it's still not going to gravitate to everybody until later because it's a marathon.
How it ain't gravitate to everybody?
Mega. The reason it's not gravitating to everyone because it's still a slow rollout. Something that Google failed to do. Xcloud is actually testing out their stuff, and they've been testing it out.
is new to the game, man. Google is new to the game, so they're
exactly, and they rush it. They half-ass their shit.
Progress, and they'll get better. They'll get better. I didn't even think we was gonna stay on this topic this long.
But I'm your boy Lemon is gonna drop the stats.
Okay, go
for
ahead.
Those of you that do not know, for those of you that do not know, when you pay a price for the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xcloud, anything in Xcloud game orientated is part of your same subscription. When you get down with Google Stadia, first of all, it is limited to a Google Pixel phone only. Or you got to go on your PC through a Chrome browser.
Or
then
the Ultra Chrome.
Or the Ultra Chromecast,
that's
which is the 4K version
right now for, and it's killing us, and this shit is dying.
No. We ain't gonna talk about the negatives like that. Let's just talk about what it's bringing. Let me finish. What it's bringing to the table. Okay, so you pay this subscription price. They got 30 games out. Let's just say 12 of those games is included in your subscription price. But if you want to play anything else, you gotta pay a fee. $65.
I know this is a start.
Well, no. Okay. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people.
I know that. But
I'm explaining what Stadia is doing.
I get
now,
that.
Xcloud is one price, one service. Everything in there is included. No additions. It's a win-win for Xcloud.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, check it out. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm saying this. I'm not even gonna do the last topic. So go ahead. Y'all just jump on me.
I'm not jumping on you.
We'll talk about it. Is the PlayStation down on 2019 next week? Or if we come, or the week after, whatever. But we'll talk about
this. This is not about K Mega. You see, this is what they did to us. They goddamn bamboozled us. They act like they was going to charge you one price, and every game was included. But no, that's not what Stadia did. They said if you pay this, what is it, $10 a month, whatever it is, that is close to that, you can stream these games that we're including in Stadia. But when we start dropping Star Wars, we start dropping 2K, Assassin's Creed, you got to spend $65. Now, God forbid your internet go out, you can't play offline like a console. You're dead in the water. As in Xcloud, you can game stream from your console, which the games you own digitally, or you have Game Pass Ultimate and you still play your same large library digitally. Your game seems go across platform and you're not limited. There is no game that will come out in Xcloud that you cannot play for an extra fee of $65 or Ultimate Edition for $100 and better. This is where Stadia loses.
Okay.
No. Let me finish.
And Jesus.
Then they don't have no subsidy. You see, Microsoft went out there and made these deals with these cell phones company like Netflix does. If you're on T-Mobile or Sprint, if you buy our phone today, Netflix is included in your service. So that don't go against your gigs a month. That's what Microsoft did for Xcloud. So now you're streaming Xcloud on your T-Mobile phone, the Galaxy, or whatever else that you can play it on. It's subsidized. It don't go against your bill. As in Stadia, 1 hour of playing is 7 gigs of data. Now, then you start to get slowed down. Now, will your game play the same when it's slowed down on Stadia? I think not. And it's limited to Google Pixel phones, which is not even in the top 10 of phones being sold.
So, Lemon, you trying to tell me you can't play Stadia on an Obama phone?
No.
Oh.
No. And shout out to my brother K Mega for being the person he is, because he went to E3 this year and he broke his phone and got a replacement average and was able to stream Xcloud to that average phone, not a high-end Note 9, Note 10, iPhone 50,000. No, a regular Android phone. So now when you get into all these numbers, Stadia loses because first of all, Google has a cell phone. They have their own service. They got their fiber service. So when they go to a company like Verizon, AT&T, which is the big dogs, then the next big dog is T-Mobile, and after that is Sprint, and it trickles down. They're not going to play nice with them because you are in the market against them in another category. So now the consumer has to pay for those 7 gigs and after. It's a lose-lose.
Okay, so big shout out to Sir X, man, and congratulations on hitting your people, man, hitting your 100 followers, man. Go support, man, Sir X, man. You see, he's very, very, very kind gentleman, man. He's cool, man. Really appreciate it, man.
And plus, help him get that Prozac.
No, stop it. Anyway, he says in the chat, he says Xbox streaming preview is better than Stadia. Facts. No, you're not wrong. No, Xcloud is 100% better. All I'm saying is that Stadia is Google is in this game, and they're in it to win it. They're going to compete. They're in it for. Don?
You said they ended the winner. What happened to Google Lens?
What are you basing that off of? I'm willing to hear.
Can I go down the list of how many people that said that was in?
Well, 100's got something off his chest. Let him get his thing, and I'll take my turn.
Look at all the services they didn't killed off. What happened to Google Lens? What happened to Google This?
You can say that about Xbox. You can say that about PlayStation.
You can say that about any business.
Yeah, you can say that about any business.
No, they kills good stuff off because guess what? Nobody supported.
You don't think
Amazon is getting into the game now? You heard about Amazon getting into the game now?
I thought Groove was fantastic. You don't think that the little iPod things that Zoom? You didn't think Zoom was cool?
I like Zoom.
Okay, that's
but guess what?
Like,
nobody
Microsoft...
attract to it. Thing about it is you jumping into a game. Thing about it, they don't have something that they can offer, something that's exclusive that make people want to get it. What they got exclusive to make you want to play Stadia?
That's going in for. Look, their launch was horrible. All I'm saying is that they have a long-term vision. It's going to at least.
No, they don't. Megan, they always make it look like Google has a long-term vision, but they don't. That's why how do you know? Because most of the projects that Google starts is, we have a plan to make this last. No, they don't.
Are they not one of the richest companies in the world?
Just because they're one of the richest companies doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does mean something.
No. Whenever they launch a new, Mega, it doesn't matter if they got money. If they can launch any service and that service does not last more than a year or two, why would I want to trust them no matter how much money they put into it?
I think that their plan is way beyond 2 years. They wouldn't invest as much money
if they had a plan, then why is it launching with only 12 games after they talked about it for 3 months?
We can sit there and say, why did the Xbox One have such a horrible launch? Stop it.
They didn't have a horrible launch. I'm saying that.
Well, I'm saying in the sense of.
But the thing about it is that they had a horrible launch, but they actually had a history.
That's what I'm saying.
They supported it.
Why did PlayStation 3 have a horrible launch? Come on, stop it. Things like this happen, especially they're new into the game.
Yes.
Y'all guys talk.
They're new into the game.
Y'all guys
He's
talk.
Right.
Now it's my turn. You guys sit there.
You.
This is the thing. They're new to the game. You don't think that the original OG Xbox didn't have hiccups? You don't think that that Sega had hiccups at one point in time? That's the thing that I'm not understanding is that you don't think Nintendo, even though they've been in the gaming business for so long, didn't have it? These companies hit and miss on certain occasions, but you can't put because they threw shit away or they passed up on it. All these companies passed on that shit. If you would put that consideration on Sony, then you would think if you would look at all the peripherals and extra shit that they've had for handhelds and all of that, you would say, oh well, shit, they're gonna throw away PlayStation pretty soon. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, this is money here, and the one thing that I think, this is me personally just thinking on this end, is that they have more service than Microsoft. They have.
No, they do not. Who told you they got more service than Microsoft? No, they do not.
No, they don't.
They don't have more service. They don't have more service.
They do not
I
have
read something where they said they have more service than
Microsoft has the biggest service network.
No.
They do not have no more service than Microsoft. You need to go. You had to go kick rocks with that one.
No.
You sound like
I
a pony
read
now.
today that
You sound like a pony
Google
now.
has, what you
No,
mean?
they do not have no more service than Microsoft.
No, they don't. Microsoft has the biggest service in the world.
Regardless, they still one of the richest companies in the world, are they not?
Money ain't gonna make you
just because you got money don't mean that
Microsoft got more money than
shit with Xcloud. Didn't we hear this same shit with Xcloud? Oh, it got silent in this motherfucker now. It got silent.
Yeah, but Xcloud actually proved itself out the get-go, even before it
But you know why?
Microsoft just jumped Stadia.
I know.
They just pissed on Stadia and said, you know what? XO, we got 50 games.
I know this.
Other publishers.
I know this. Listen, you try to make it seem like I'm talking bad about Xcloud. I'm not. I'm just making a point. The one reason why Xbox knows why Xcloud is dominating over Stadia is because they are familiar with what they were doing. Like Kareem told me, he said, "Look, we've been working on this for years. Google just started this shit just a couple of years ago.
We don't know when Google started. We don't know. Google could be
No. Google just started. No, Google just started. They tried to jump in on a bandwagon.
I don't know.
They did.
There's been all types of
last time I checked, they were working on at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
it's at least 3.
Yes.
It's at least 3.
I know it's at least 4 actually.
Okay, so still Xbox was working on it way further back.
I understand that. I just want to make sure there's accurate information.
Right.
So the point I'm trying to make, anybody that's new on the block, they're going to have their hiccups. This launch was a fail. It was definitely a fail. So
it's a hiccup.
Okay.
Hey, it's worse than it's people don't even have their hardware that they bought.
Listen, I get it. Listen, I just think that Stadia is going to be here for a while. They're going to figure it out. You're going to
rebuy your game twice for $60.
Hold on, no, that's stupid. That's what I'm saying. They're going to fix that shit. They're not going to just allow that shit to happen.
No, they got suckers like you that's going to sit there and be defending.
Okay, hold on. Let me pay the bills. Six Layer, he said Microsoft and Amazon both have more service than Google. Okay, so maybe I'm confused about Amazon. Maybe it was Amazon from what I read. I'm sorry, but regardless. I'll bend the knee on that. I'll bend the knee and say I was wrong. Jesus.
I hope you bend the knee, and I want you to kneel on glass.
I'm done.
I
want you to feel the pain.
Listen, show's 3 hours.
Because you was going hard on us a couple months ago.
We know you're gonna get back up though.
You was going hard.
I was.
And you are not an early adapter. You on the sidelines.
You call him early adapter or adopter?
Adapter,
whatever.
Let him be
goddamn it.
Anyway, but
he ain't buy nothing.
But regardless,
he act like he was gonna get a day one edition.
I was gonna get a day one.
No, they didn't give you. Did they give you a day one edition?
No, I didn't.
They didn't give you a damn thing.
I didn't sign up. Well, I did sign up for the preview, but I didn't sign up for anything else because I got other shit to pay. I was like, fuck it, I got to take care of this.
We talking about a gift. We talking about a gift because you was him. They should have gave you one straight up.
They should. I'm supporting them still. I like technology, but I love technology too. But I know. King. Don't get me wrong. Xcloud is the best.
I knew that wasn't gonna be right.
But I mean, look, when I won't be playing it all while y'all over here still bitching and talking about it's gonna fail. I'm gonna say,
hold on. Yo, K-Mega, if you buy it, what you gonna play, 2K? You gonna play Jedi?
I might, and bust your ass in it.
So you gonna be double dipping?
What you want, sucker? Oh, you ain't gonna have it.
No, I'm not double dipping, though. Mention a game that's not on the consoles that we own. So when you get it, what you gonna buy?
Oh, I was gonna buy. I was gonna buy probably Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed again.
I like it.
Hey,
I got it for free right now.
Lemon. Let's get something right about K Mega. He always double dip. Sometimes he triple dip because whenever there's a game on PlayStation, he buys it when it goes to PC, and then if it actually makes the trip to Xbox, he buys it 3 times.
So what you trying to say? He a $2 hoe?
I mean, call it what you want.
He the bottom chick, and I ain't want to say chick. He the bottom chick.
Oh my God, I'm through.
He triple dipping that nasty dip. That's what he doing.
Yo, pay the bills, K Mega. Pay the bills.
I like them nasties. Anyway, Sir X-Man, he said bad lemon. I know, lemon's just being messy. He said glass.
Nah, I've been waiting for this moment for months.
Well, you got it. Now we done.
I've been waiting for it too. I've been waiting for it too.
For this for months. My boy needed that smoke.
I took it. All right, so let's get the hell out of here. I'm actually glad I used that to be the last topic, because if I did that before, we was gonna talk about that, then this would have been bad for me. So anyway,
it's all right, Megan. It's all right.
Take that loss like OKC took that loss tonight.
What was the score? What was the score?
Yeah, he got the double dipping loss.
What was the score?
They won. They lost. Don't matter.
What was the score?
13.
Don't matter.
13-2 with y'all.
Okay, what's the score? What was the score? It must have been another close game.
James.
Good job, good job, Thunder Man. Good job fighting hard.
Way to lose with pride.
Hey man, exactly. You gonna remember this beating. You know what I'm saying? You may got the win, but you gonna remember you ain't coming back up in this motherfucker like you gonna just wanna put some more hands on me. I know that.
Lakers is gonna sweep OKC. Stop it.
I know they won't.
Okay. Oh snap! He said they're gonna sweep OKC.
We only playing.
They're supposed to. They're supposed to be
one more time. That's it.
Anyway,
we might play it one more time. Let's put some money on the wood.
Don, where can they find you at, man? Thank you for stopping by for the few minutes before these fools want to attack me, and you didn't have my back. Where was the dev? Where was the dev with the gamer? Where was the dev, man? The gamer was down.
What are we talking about now? We're talking about Stadia still?
No, we're talking about we getting out of here. Where can they find you at?
Oh yeah, you just find me on what is it? Twitter. This is what the kids call it. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and see if I'm streaming on Mixer. You can see if I'm doing Devin the Gamer, all that good stuff. And I'm sure I'll have K-Meg in a party chat. And we can team up against them again there. All right, later, guys.
All right, peace, man. Thanks for stopping by.
What's your fail of the week?
What's my fail of the week?
Oh yeah, what's your fail of the week?
Oh man, you guys teaming up against K Mega.
Thank you. That's a fail.
Oh, you got on K Mega pom poms tonight?
No, you killed K Mega pom poms.
Your boo thing getting that work.
Man, that ain't no adult conversation. What I just heard. That's all I heard.
All right. Okay.
Bloody. Got the keystrokes going on.
Bloody. That's bloody.
Oh.
Bloody?
My bad.
Okay, where can they find you at?
He's playing Type Hero right there.
I was telling him where he can find. Okay. We just go leave without saying anything to him. All right. Live, where can they find you at, man? What's your feel of the week, brother?
You can find me out on my channel. I've been trying to put up more stuff. We're doing a lot of Xcloud gaming recently once I figured out how to record on my phone. So I'll be doing some gaming and talking shit. Okay. You can also let me see. Maybe I was thinking about posting this Death Stranding, but then they didn't hold me in the greatest light. I think I fell asleep on that shit. So you know what? I'm gonna hold that shit.
No, that's what you should post, because that's what it's doing to a lot of people.
You know what? I was gonna say this earlier. I was like, I'm gonna put that shit on my resume just in case I'm running the hard times, and maybe I have to work at FedEx. They're gonna ask me what my experience is. I'll be like, I'll move boxes for a couple of years. You know what I mean? In this game.
Show commitment, strong commitment.
In the virtual world.
Yes, strong commitment. All right, cool. So what's your fail of the week?
Fail of the week is, man, that Shenmue review that put the stamp on the 2019 PlayStation lineup.
Yeah. They had a year without the template, and it didn't happen, and it didn't go too well for them. Anyway, so
man, it happens. It's all right. Live to fight another day.
Oh yeah, they can fight another day. They still got their 82s and their 80s, and they're over here claiming games. They're always talking about PC games aren't exclusive, but they sure the hell love talking about that 80 that Judgment got, and that's coming on PC, Jack. And that's gonna be coming to Xbox. Get ready for that. I can't wait. There's another one. There's gonna be a lot of bended knees on that. So, all right, Live, cool. 108. Where can they find you at, man?
You can find me at 108 Dragons.
Nobody
TV,
gives a damn. Bye, sucker. Ejecto. Get out of here.
Oh, damn.
Where can you find you at, man?
Yeah, listen, you can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, man. Like I said, we're doing our own award show. I got guest people coming, K-Mega, some other special guests. I'm not going to even talk about. My man 100 to be there as always. But I got some real special guests. We're going to do a whole platform full of entertainment, get the production on. Yeah, find me on 108 Dragons on everything. And my fail of the week was today. Talking about some goddamn rumors that don't make no goddamn sense for Xbox. Talking about some exclusive content for goddamn Xcloud. Facts. They didn't say that. We not doing that. And it was good podcast content, but Microsoft already said what it is, man. It's your console extended to your cell phone, a tablet, or PC. Facts.
All right. 100. Where can they find you at? What's your fail of the week?
I already know where they find me. I'm notorious. They find me in my sleep, man. They find me in my dreams the other night. I had to wake up like Jesus.
What in the world? What was that? You sound like you
Yeah,
telling part of the Death
they
Stranding
woke
story.
me up with some big, but you know what I'm saying? They already know they can find me at, man. I ain't too hard to find, you know what I'm saying? You just type in 100, they already gonna find me. Fella of the week is, damn. I'm going out with my ex-girlfriend tomorrow. Never thought I was gonna see the day.
Man, we don't want to hear that.
I understand. That's my fella of the week because I wasn't one of just doing that shit. And I thought I was going to talk about it.
Baby,
Talk me out of it.
baby,
I said, do
I
it.
miss you, baby.
No, it's super X. This the X that I ain't saw in 15. This X I ain't been out with in 15 years.
Is that the one you told the story about the apartment shit?
Man, I did some bad things to her, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go out and get messed up, and I'm going to try to hit that juice box.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I mean, if his fail is going out on a date, I don't know what he calls a success. I'm just saying.
Oh, Bloody, don't do that. Bloody, don't do that.
Hey, Bloody, you 0 and 10. You know what I'm saying? You know, I told you what. You still owe me for that bet. Remember, I told you I wanted how many women on my couch?
He don't owe you nothing. I seen him in action. He don't owe you nothing.
Nothing.
You in chaos. Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, you pay me then.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you in cheap liquor. I'm gonna get you some Thunderbird or Ripple.
You pay me. I need that. I need my money.
Oh shit. Listen.
He made the bet. So you want to counter for the bet? You pay his debt.
Wow. Don't owe you nothing.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
This is turning into some GRG after dark or Xbox after dark, whatever the hell's going on. All right, Bloody, where can everybody find you at? And what's your fella of the week?
Man, they can find me everywhere on all social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, especially on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. And of course, they can also find me over on YouTube.com and Mixer.com, where I stream 5 times a week at Bloody Nux, BLOODIE_KNUX. And they can find me streaming 5 times a week. And of course, they can also find me every Saturday doing my show, Smash Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things pop culture. And my fail of the week is, I guess taking an L, in this case with 100 taking an L on Death Stranding. I was like, I'll take it. I'll own up to it. I knew that. I knew what I was getting into. And I'll admit I was wrong about the game, but I was straight up about it, and I took everything as it was. I was like, I got no worries about being wrong.
All right, cool. And as for me, this is it. This is your man, K-Mega 405. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing this. We'll see. We'll get with the people, see if they want to do it next week. I mean, it's Thanksgiving.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Thanksgiving be over. I want to hear that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I'm pretty liberal about.
He's saying he'll be out at them Black Friday sales. That's why he ain't doing it.
I ain't gonna be in no Black Friday.
Black Friday be over at 9:00. We doing it.
That
not for him and his girl.
Yeah,
she said you gonna be buying everything I want.
My old lady gonna be at Black Friday at like 2:00 in the morning, like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. Hell, she be out there. She gonna be she'll be gone. But anyway, all right, yeah. So
don't take vacation.
Thank you guys for coming in, checking us out. Sorry about this crazy situation that happened earlier, man, where we were so late. But you know what? We did it, and we still went over 3 fucking hours. I don't know, but I thank you guys for sticking with us, man. I thank you. You ain't hearing no bitching from 100 tonight. I ain't hearing nothing from nobody because they wanted to do all the damn talking. I was trying to hurry up and get everybody out of here. So, all right. But my feel of the week is the fact that people are still talking to me about Stadia, and Stadia is going to make a big comeback, man. That's what I'm talking about. No, that's not the truth. My feel of the week.
Megan, why you do that to yourself, man?
Megan,
why do you do that?
Still hyping up Stadia.
I'm just playing.
Man.
My feel of the week is the impeachment hearings, man. Get your head out your ass, man, and see this crazy shit for what it is, man. Man, quid pro pro. Shit. Golly, stop over here, man. Go out there and vote. And big shout out to Triple Cup. One reason why Triple Cup hasn't been on here, man, he's out there going out here doing the damn thing. He's out there supporting the candidate, and he's going all in. I cannot appreciate that more enough. We should have more people out there and trying to get more into the politics, man. I love it. I love it like I do sports and women. Well, just one woman. All right, we out. Peace. Oh, shit. No, we ain't done because I got to say my saying. Go ahead. Say it for me, Bloody.
All right, guys, y'all already know what it is. If you don't got to work in the morning, you best be taking your ass to bed. And if you ain't going to bed, you best be either gaming or doing that pants off dance off.
Woo!
Yeah, y'all should be watching that fight this weekend.
I ain't watching no damn fight. Only fight I'm gonna be doing is them covers. Ooh,
let's go, Houston! Beat those Clippers.
Okay.
And the